What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear. This is Rime of the Frostmaiden, number 21, boys.
We can start drinking now.
Hey, man.
I mean, I already started drinking.
We're one more episode away from me asking you guys if you all have boots to the hinterland one more time.
Yeah,
we do.
Yes.
We found some.
We all added it. We took it off the Giants.
I tell you what, I wish we would have found a couple of times. I wish we would have found boots of servo protection as well. My still hasn't recovered from that one.
Man,
The true
episode.
This might be TPK time.
Yep, I thought it was.
No.
There.
Well, I guess we'll be starting over, guys.
Don't you put that evil on us.
Oh God!
I did pick up the Captain Dynamite
Ooh,
at the store today.
get that Captain Dynamite in. Be careful with that
Let's do it.
7%.
That'll get you there.
I mean, I figure it's safer than the Imperial I was drinking.
It's safer than Imperial and higher plane. There's no doubt about that.
The 9%.
Oh man, if you guys, which probably a lot of people didn't see, T-Pain is now a part of the Voodoo Ranger family, which is fantastic, and he's doing something really cool where he's highlighting streamers that he feels need a bigger voice and a bigger spotlight on Twitch platform, and Voodoo Ranger is cool enough to sponsor that, and it sends them out some beer and they get to go back and forth. Oh man, they got to find out Imperial ABV real quick. It was quite the show.
One in old Slur City.
Yeah, but if you guys haven't caught, like, shameless plug, T-Pain's an even better streamer. Like, he's fantastic. You want to get some,
hilarious.
you want to get some energy in your life, and like, obviously, a man who's lived a life like that is a man full of stories.
Absolutely.
Its stream is fantastic. So yeah, cheers to him, new Voodoo partner. Appreciate you.
Didn't T-Pain win that Masked Singer?
Mm-hmm.
That first season or some shit? Dude,
Purple.
I watched that first season. I did not know that was him.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I had no idea.
You were confused because you didn't hear ooh ooh.
Where's the
I'm in
auto-tune?
love with the Bubba Dog. Which he just found out almost about the same time as the rest of you in the community. There's our new Bubba Dog art. Bubba Dog has almost had as many tokens as 40 Man.
Right. I think we might be tied now.
Right.
And
Depends
here
if
I am.
another UA comes out and there's another switch. Change of heart.
Those lineages are on there right now as UA.
You're like, I got this itch to be a vampire or werewolf. Can we make that happen before the end of this?
Oh, I want that. Yeah.
I mean,
Here I
it
am
would,
with my original token still.
it would be a very Skyrim mod of you. Man, it feels like it literally has been a month since we've walked into the game, and just because I didn't play D&D 2 times this week. Like, that's the only thing that's different. Everything is fine. I'm like, oh, there was like a couple days where I didn't endure. Oh God, it feels like it's been forever since I've sat in the seat.
Do we roll dice? What's a D20?
How do I do this? And Feisty was showing me how to roll and do things, which I'm sure he probably showed you guys. It works some of the times, which is exciting. So I hope it works. Hope it works well for you. We're all referencing the Beyond 20 extension that helps have more stable rolls inside our lovely little box of dice. For everybody at home, it's not a big deal. You can eat that dice wherever you want, but for us, it gets a little chaotic, to say the least. Oh man, we're gonna pick up where we left off with you guys unable to finish off that crazy druid. A callback from the very beginning of the campaign. Putting a bully beat down on the rest of his awoken creatures. You guys were able to turn the corner after getting your kicked for quite some time in that fight. You guys laid the smack down. However, a fallen and smashed Bubba dog needed to be tended to. Luckily, thanks to Kelvin retrieving his body, moving him away from the battlefield, there was at least something to work with as you guys went into an amazing RP ceremony where Bubba Dog once again walks these plains with new resolve to find Gertie and the fate of Uthel's brother, and forging closer to the Frostmaiden. We pick back up with you guys moving forward once again in the cart after that long rest. Coming out the other side of this forest. Luckily, still intact as a group, and a very, very spirit-driven Bubba Dog.
That druid. They're up to some nasty stuff in these woods. Uthel just kind of chilling in the back of the cart, leaning on his regular tree stump, just kind of speaking out loud.
What they are doing is not natural. These creatures should not have to live this way. It is hard enough to survive in the north, let alone to have your mind twisted and warped, to follow the plans of one of the most unnatural beings that could be. The north needs seasons too. Not meant to be frozen this solid forever. How far must the polar bear go out to fish now? How long can one man live on fish alone in towns like Bremen? Not good.
You think that druid's in league with the Frostmaiden, do you?
There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be seeing him again then.
Whatever it was. I am sure it is not the last of it. Only the Frostmaiden sows such chaos. There's no call for that. Why else would you awaken these creatures? This is not how it was meant to be.
Stars is gonna look over at Bubba and his new spirit form. And if any of y'all just thought about the look those beasties, man, it's like the state they were in, the rage, we saw him literally bring one of them back, and unlike Bubba here, who he wanted to come back, I believe, but those beasties, they were done and gone. They'd lived their time, had their part in this nature, but he forced him back. There's some nasties, and there's no telling how many more of those monsters are out there.
I am glad that we got rid of a good chunk of them.
Hopefully by taking that dagger from him, we can slow that down as well.
Yes, yes. I still cannot believe that you found that rat.
So you would say we're still going through the woods here, or have we made our way out of that wood patch?
Just coming out the other side.
How's it feel, lads? We're getting awfully close. I'm pretty sure I can see the sea moving ice right up over there.
Oh yeah. Right there in my backyard.
I just gotta ask me old Auntie Sarah over here, see if she can seize it across the Yukon. Sipping her cup of coffee, asking about the Ruskies.
Oh, her grandchildren still bust her balls for that.
Are you asking if we're there yet?
You know better. That is a bannable offense in this community. We are almost there. You can smell it. Put your nose to the wind.
I'm sure Slappy can smell that seawater from a mile away.
I forgot he's fucking up on the roof.
We have
Up there, slashing the roof.
we have a plesiosaur in our upstairs pool. We all watch it, didn't know.
He's on the damn
There's a
roof.
dinosaur on the roof in the upstairs.
We're going to
pool
Wally World, kids! What do you mean Wally World's closed?
Well, you see, I put my nose to the wind, but all I was smelling was ass, and I think it was either Barton or...
It's mine.
Martin or
You
Ardra.
can definitely smell mine. That's it.
Oh, God. I thought it was Bubba there for a second, but I wasn't yakking, so...
My beef's strong.
But it is ripe in this thing.
Boy, your beef wrong.
Othel, did you get the last batch of that chili from Bremen?
I mean, I might have took a scoop before he threw that whole big pot out before he refreshed it.
Yeah, what a sad state of affairs. I don't think you ever actually got the refreshed chili. I think you guys.
We told him to make it, but we weren't going to try.
Told him how to
Still
make
don't
it.
quite
Didn't
trust-
eat it.
I'll try it on try number 3. The second recipe round, I don't trust it.
Amazing.
We'll definitely have to go back and try the first batch.
We'll do a good old-fashioned weather check. Since I've done this on both ends of the spectrum at this point, I'm going to declare that good weather is a nat 20 and bad weather is a nat 1.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
I've done it both ways at this point. Might as well declare it this time. Could be better.
Could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Could be worse.
It's back to feeling like Archwindale when we pop out of the other side of this. But you know, the good news is it was about as bad as it could get inside of that winter controlled area. That druid was definitely raining hell, so everything is a reprieve above it. Sight lines are back to normal, but being able to see the sea of moving ice as we had hoped is definitely out. Luca, give us our rolls.
Here we go.
Keep us online.
Am I up front helping him?
24.
Don't even need me.
Go ahead.
What did you give me?
You got advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, we'll roll again then. We'll keep the 24.
Wind is still very present. Precipitation still there, but not nearly as bad as the blizzard that we were just in. So a little bit of perspective actually helps us in the suck at the moment. Certainly not the same for the old blue sky boys as it was going in. But you feel like you're headed in the right general direction. You're gonna have some time before you hit the sea of moving ice and its surrounding hamlet. This is your time to do any kind of RP, downtime materials. You guys have full access to this cart.
Yeah. What y'all say? Play a game of cards here. I found this this cool box in that last round. Maybe we get us a game of rummy going, eh? Uthel's gonna pull out the box cards, not knowing what it is.
Uthel, have you ever played this game called War with the cards?
Oh, I do know War. Yeah. You want to play me in some War?
Rand's gonna step at me like, those aren't to be played with.
What do you mean?
I can sense good and evil from them.
I'll allow that. I'll allow that.
Ain't that all deck of cards? They're just, you win some, you lose some. They're good and evil.
You win some, and sometimes you lose a shit ton of items. So people like Luca over here.
I don't know. They look like cards. Why don't you throw one over here?
Oh, fine. If nobody's gonna play, I guess I just play solitaire.
You pull a card.
No. I'm hoping somebody's gonna step in to tell me.
I fucking told you.
Pull that card.
You're rolling a card now, sir.
Are you? Go ahead and let's play some solitaire.
You all dropped the ball on that with me. You did not.
I don't fuck Barton.
You guys
know what those cards are? They look like cards to Barton.
You guys know better.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Rand, knowing that these have good and evil tendencies to him, he's ready for shit.
Are you gonna try to? You gonna try to stop him from drawing a card?
Nope, I'm gonna be ready for it though.
I'm up front with Luca. I can't.
I did a verbal warning. That's all.
Me, man.
I'm not close enough to him to do that.
Oh shit! I gotta get the
a
cards out.
snowbank.
I was gonna say I have the cards.
I do not. I specifically did not take cards with me to the office because I did not want to draw cards. I thought this was going to be fun RP. Thanks, fam. I appreciate that.
I mean, I can cast a command spell and make you stop. You can make a wisdom saving throw.
I feel like we're now down this road.
Oh man, what could go wrong?
Do I have a deck of
So
cards?
I do not have a deck of cards, but I could roll something.
I was gonna say I have it
Generator.
still. I still have it all split out from
Yeah.
when we used it in the Great Brass Balls of Fire.
Right.
Like I still haven't put them back.
Might have a card thing for his Wild West game.
Oh my god.
This is gonna get
This
either
is-
We're really doing this?
real
This
shitty.
is happening now?
Apparently.
This is an Axis move.
I know we spent
Rand
like
is
4 or
taking
5
a
weeks,
devious
but
level.
this is a good spot too.
Rand is sitting over there like knowing that this could go good or bad, and it's just like
I said something. I straight up said, Rand is telling you this is. I sense good and evil from this. You probably shouldn't fuck with these.
see, you didn't say that part.
He did say good.
I said
You
good
said
and evil. I said good
saying
and
there's
evil. We
chance.
shouldn't play with these.
All right, children. All right,
Yeah.
children.
Bring it in. Uthel's playing solitaire with his life here. Good
As
God.
Uthel's giving a good look at these cards as if he is about to draw. Those are very nice cards there, Uthul.
Hey, they got really pretty artwork on these back sides. Somebody really took a lot of effort into making this whole box, this whole set.
Yeah. Let me see them before you bend these cards.
Oh yeah, here you go, mate. And he'll hand the ornate box over, and it's cool. It's a thin box just meant to hold a few deck of cards, but it's got all the different jack and up written around the edge of the box. It's really ornate. Got these little like brass in between the different designs on the lid, and then on the top lid it's just got this really cool spiral and wood burn work onto the top of the lid.
Turns back around. Phil Helmuth. Who's that?
You got somebody's name on there, you say?
Probably some sore sucker.
That's a poor sap.
Here,
I know those are intelligence checks from Bjorn. I know those are with advantage.
Hearing Bjorn interested in the card piques Kelvin's interest.
Everybody's awake now. I see that. Okay.
He sees that Bjorn doesn't really get interested in much of what we're going on. So he takes a look at this box, and something along his travels, I don't know, there's something in the back of his mind. He's heard stories of cards before, as he was once a smuggler. Many people have traveled with him. What check do you want me to make?
Roll a d20 on an Arcana or a hardcore investigation check.
Oh my gosh.
Mom, I tried.
Boy, it's about time I really give these dragon wings a try out. I'm gonna go take me a lap.
I think Bubba needs to take a dump in his spiritual dump.
Come on, let's go.
18 Arcana.
It is indeed a strong magic that you haven't felt since the pulls from the Nine Hells.
Kelvin, taking these deck of cards from Bjorn, is feeling that hellish energy, and he looks at Uthul. Uthul, we must be very careful. I haven't felt this since the demon had made contracts with us in the past. I'm not sure you're ready for the power these hold.
We don't need another Lord Z running around, I'll tell you that.
Use these wisely, friend. I don't recommend games.
That's fair. That's good advice, lad. I appreciate that. I'm sure we got another deck of cards here somewhere we can play with that ain't so hellishly bound.
As I pass the deck back to Uthul.
Which he'll take, put the cards back in the box, and put the box back in his kind of carrying sack.
Maybe
Seems
you
like
could... Oh, go ahead.
Something special, Uthul, if you really have trouble making a decision. Then you pull a card. I don't know. Strange things. Was never much of a gambler.
Which Uthul definitely is a gambler, but the advice of Lord Z being weighted on the other side, he is not definitely much more apprehensive of this not deck of cards for playing with.
Well, I mean, have you taken a look through them? It could be like a Demir deck or a Golgari, or you don't even know what's in there.
I'm sure they look pretty, but I really don't feel like bringing no Lord Z back or any of his other generals or friends.
When you do, I would like to see the arts.
Oh yeah.
I like the art
sure.
on the cards.
Yeah.
Very,
I'm sure there's a holographic one in there somewhere.
Yes, it's very inspiring.
Well, thanks for playing that out.
Thanks, Dan, for rolling a high number.
Thank God, because I wasn't saving your ass. I was about to say,
cool.
deal me in, go fish. Blaze it up, shall we?
If you couldn't take the hint from the paladin and say this is not a good idea, it's good and bad, then you deserve to pull a card, sir.
You've given poor advice before.
I have, but I'm trying to redeem myself here.
I'll give them some freedom. They can make their own decisions.
Somehow coming close to a brush with fate. Little did they know, as Uthal puts his fancy deck of playing cards away for another night of intense gambling, which I can only hope will somehow be dealt out to some suckers sometime around some campfire.
I'm sure.
Where they're turned into 1,000 mummies and warped to different dimensions and robbed of all their possessions, while one person becomes the lord of an entire continent.
Yep. Go big or go home.
Truly. You just need to find a monkey to pull a card for you. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe, Uthul, you could avert your attention somewhere else from these cards.
Yeah, they're just gonna stay in me old pocket here. Gives a good pat on his waistband there.
Kelvin's going to take out those antlers from the previous day that Uthul helped him gather. And he's going to say, hey, I have a few ideas. Maybe if we get the help of Warden, we could turn these into a helmet. Or maybe I can just use them as, like, fighting sticks or some sort. What are your thoughts?
Fighting sticks will not last long.
Probably not. I was thinking of a helmet.
Helmet. Impressive. Make women think you have
Big horn.
big horn.
Big horn.
Yes. When Warden stops, like next piss break, see what he has left in the tank. He didn't do anything the last fight. All he did was carry us here.
It must be tiring to shape back and forth in those forms.
It is tiring being an old man, taking care of all of you young boys.
Agreed.
I was
Tired
able
of
to
being
get a
back
small
too.
rest in between.
You call it a small rest. More like a long nap.
Indeed. I think we can
this.
fit out a fine helmet for you, though. Will look good.
Yes,
Are they still glowing?
I hope so.
I think that would be right cool.
When else doing anything inside the cart as we ramble on?
Hey, Barton. I don't
Why not?
usually have a need for any type of gauntlets. Would you be able to get use out of these? Because I know you like to punch shit into oblivion. I'm gonna hand him the gauntlets of the ogre power.
Bjorn looks at them as he gets passes those gauntlets down. Oh my. Barton, put those on.
All right.
Let's see them on you. Oh, it looks good on you.
A little bit, but they feel pretty nice.
Did you know those gauntlets are special?
They feel pretty special.
They are indeed gauntlets of sensuous. Since you got those goddamn gauntlets, go over there and put another log on the fire. It is cold in this cart. I'm serious, Barton. Put another log on the fire. It is cold.
I will. Right. Someone's got to do all the work around here. Anyway.
Hook, line, and sinker.
That's how you burn your mitts, mate. I gotta put the gauntlet on. Oh yeah. Is this
Has anyone seen
Is this a big boy?
Yes,
This gonna do.
this is a big log. Thank you.
Big log you have.
That's what she said, eh?
That's commitment.
Damn it, hot! I should have worn both gauntlets.
You put gauntlets of sensuous are meant to be put on both hands, Barton. But when you do pick up that log, it's rather easy.
All right.
It's really light.
It feels weightless in your hands.
I feel like we just earned a sub.
Come on! Hey, we got
Someone in there.
the damn sub log out.
Has anybody seen Axis?
I thought he was up top playing with the fish. Hey, Axis.
I'm gonna reach out mentally, and try to contact Axis. Axis?
No response.
Little buddy, are you playing with me? Looking around at the others, I'm not getting anything.
Barton, do you think he was on the log you threw in the fire?
Oh,
Well, I hope not. Although if he was, I'm pretty sure the whole thing would have exploded with all the magic pent up in that little fella. Probably would kill us all.
You did peel him off of that boulder, didn't you?
Yes, he was with us yesterday.
He was here.
Let me go up top and see if he's playing with Slappy. So I'm gonna go up top and check on Slappopotamus up top, see if Axis is up there.
It's about time somebody came up here and checked on me.
Oh God! Look.
You think it's easy sloshing around up here?
Oh God! Why the hell did I come up here?
Oh, it's like taking a bath in front of everybody and you got your tallywhack out.
Get up here by yourself. Look. Have you seen the little thing? Your little friend flying around. Did you eat him? Is he swimming in there with you taking a bath? Oh God!
You're even dumber than what everybody else says. No, I did not eat the man who's cast the magic that's allowed me to sit inside the sphere. Sometimes it's difficult being woke. I'm glad to hear that your dog is here. Axis told me when he was writing out a note. He spent a lot of time on it before I passed out and woke up upside down again with this damn kick in my neck. Oh, God. Last time I saw was just mumbling to himself. He was writing a note. Look, it's still over there.
Over where? It's not inside your tub, is it? 'Cause I mean, water and notes don't really mix.
I think I'm gonna pass out for a second if I keep talking to you. Okay, there. Much better. I have to. It's a certain breathing technique when I speak with you. I have to make sure that I get plenty of blood to the brain. Otherwise,
you're still awake and talking, and saying words. Do you have a fish? Like, just get a fish or something, put it in your mouth.
I think there it's coming on. It's peeks
are you
open with
pooping?
one eye.
Are you taking a shit? What are you doing? What are you doing, Slappy? It's like, help! Help! Somebody! Oh God, I think he's dying. I'm just gonna hurry up and take the note. I'll get the fuck out of here. I don't even know what's wrong with this fish.
Did you get lost up there? You need somebody to throw go for you in that sphere of water up there.
Well, I think.
How's he doing?
I think Slappy's up there missing. I think he's missing Kelvin. Kelvin, you should go pay him a visit.
I'm fine with my own thoughts.
Uthal, getting a sense of nervousness, is going to peek outside the cart and try to see what's going on the outside. Just kind of got a weird chill up his spine. Got real cold where he was sitting. Caused him to kind of jolt, and doesn't say anything. Just goes and peeks his head out the cart and gives a good look around.
Roll perception check.
Perception. $18.
You can smell the salt water. But the visibility still blocks what may be on the horizon. Staring around, you don't see any clear and present danger. But you are on edge. Just something you feel. No other carts to be seen behind us or in front of us. Lots of fresh powder on the ground.
He's gonna look back, see the footprints from the polar bears and the tracks from the wheels. You know, very very easily see where we've come from. Looking around, just sees that snowfall happening. It's pretty, especially to him. It looks, I mean, it's the exact scene that he wants to see up here in the north. Takes a big whiff in. Smells just that hint of salt water. Not like when you're standing on the shore of the beach, but just that far enough back where you get a little bit of that splash, that salt water splash. Does another look around. Doesn't see anything coming after him. He's gonna pop his head back in. Oh no, lads. I think we's getting close. I can kind of smell the salt water out there, but I don't know. I got an uneasy feeling in the pit of me stomach. Just something not quite right. It's been too quiet coming out of the woods, making our way up here. Just keep your hands ready. Keep your eyes about you. Let's hope we can get to this ocean's edge here quickly. He's gonna go pop back down to his spot at the tree.
Guys, I went up to look for axes, but Slappy said he supposedly didn't eat them. But there is a note here. I tried to look it over, but all these little hieroglyphs and stuff, I couldn't make out what all these runes say across this note.
I guess pass it around and see if anybody knows about it.
See if one of us can read it.
I'll hand that out to Kelvin.
Kelvin, the funniest part is they're not runes, it's actually common.
Yep.
I'm just gonna look up.
Darcy has put the layup on that one. It's
I was in my head thinking, like, are they really runes or can he just not read good?
Saving Darcius from embarrassment, I go,
it's cursive is
this-
what it is. He just can't read the
"It's,
cursive.
Elvish, yes. I don't know why Axis left this note in Elvish. And looking at Darcius, giving him a quick wink.
Thank you, buddy.
Going to read the note out loud for everyone.
Dear Mom, I thought my time away I would get better. I really did. I thought if I practiced hard enough and I got my repetition in, I just knew I could control those outbursts. At first, it wasn't so bad. Things went really well. And slowly but surely, the bad after effects crept back. And then yesterday, it was another big boom. A really big boom. And it didn't just hurt me, it hurt my friends. I don't know what to do. But I know I need to do something. I can't put anyone else in danger. Especially not my friends. I don't know if you'll ever get this or not. What am I doing? But I'm gonna try to send it anyway. I want to come home for a bit. And hopefully, it won't be that long here. So I can help my friends again. Not hurt anyone else. I just don't want to hurt anyone else. Signed. Axis. Poor guy. I don't know much about his wild magic. It is hard to help something which I know nothing about. I do not know how you control it. He is strong beyond his days.
I don't think it's something he can control. I don't think it's something he'll ever be able to control.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
He is very determined. He's a stubborn little shit. He is from the Fae.
I think he's doing this for us. He feels bad. Yeah, he blew me and Luca up a little bit. But he's trying to be better. I think he's doing this so he can come back to us stronger now than ever from when we get to the big fight. I think this is not the best. He should have said something before leaving. It hurts a little bit. But I think when he comes back, we're gonna have a better and stronger access than we did before.
I think so too.
Well, for Axis, I'll tip up a glass to you. May he come back stronger, larger, maybe even wiser, and ready for a fight. As if I know one thing, as we heading into the lion's mouth with this trek that we're on, we're gonna need every bit of muster and will and oomph that we can gather and throw at this. So,
All right.
I take a swig.
To our little
Axis.
friend.
Thanks.
Find your way.
Now,
I'm gonna use an inspiring leader card on that.
Dual purpose.
hell yeah.
We'll take it.
I'll just chat with the modders here in a minute.
I said, I don't know. That little guy got some powerful magic in him. Gets that under control. I can only imagine how much more powerful it'll be.
True, once he learns to control it, he can throw the fireballs at them and not us. It will definitely be a blessing. Hopefully he returns quickly.
I hope so too. Every so often, Kelvin's going to reach out telepathically, searching for Axis's return.
In that note, he said he was trying to get that letter to his mom, right? Barton, did you ever get her number or her Gmail or something so you could like send this to her, let her know?
Well, Axis still has that stone. The one that communicates with the dwarves, I believe.
I have a feeling that he left that copy for us to find. He's not a man of many words when it comes to sharing one's feelings. He is a light-hearted soul. And he has always been very terrified speaking about his mother. He may have also got second thoughts of letting her know in advance. I don't know. He seemed always very hesitant to talk about her. So let's leave that here. If it was meant to get somewhere, we'll let fate decide. Not that I have the foggiest rat's ass of where to send that thing in the first place.
Boy, Luca,
Yes.
you're getting soft on us back there. I don't think I've heard you speak more than a sentence most of this journey we've been on, and now you're wishing folk to come back quickly and help us out.
Well, I just wonder what exactly we're heading into. And I mean, as much as his magic sometimes didn't go the way he planned. It's definitely powerful, and I'm sure we're gonna need it.
Well, I remember a few times it saved our bacon. A little spark coming from his finger can do quite a wonder on a bad guy or two. We've seen him split the earth open and suck down an enemy or two, maybe even a whole cart full of ore we were supposed to get, but great power indeed. But
With power comes great responsibility.
good to hear you starting to talk a little bit.
Well, I also have to pay attention to where the hell we're going if we don't want to get lost, so...
If you want me to sit up there, you can sit back here and feed the logs into the fire. That's my job.
They look heavy.
You'd have to trade them your mitts.
Not on my life, but on that note, it does look like we're heading into some more shit weather compared to where we've been again. And since you're out there guiding us, I figure you might want to bundle up a little bit. I got a cloak for you that I think you should have. I think it'll fit you well. I'm gonna give Luca my cloak of arachnidia.
Ooh. Will probably keep me warm. This is much better.
Good on you.
Keep me nice and warm. Thank you. Also, while we're moving some stuff around, Uthal, I have this potion of storm giant strength that I just can't see me ever using. I don't really focus much on strength and probably help you more than me.
I'll trade you my crab's lotion for it. It's still got a little bit left in there. Appreciate that, mate. I think that'd come in handy.
As that cart pulls to a rest, as the general drill of everyone making their way out to go relieve themselves, Warden stretches back out into his form for a second. Almost there. Almost there.
Uthal's gonna very quickly pop out the back and go draw his name in the snow.
U T.
Hey, Darzius, what's that say?
You know what, man? Like some of these runes look damn near. This one's obviously a G.
Darzius, that is not a rune, that is cursive.
Well, it's cursive.
And it's what they teach you in 3rd grade.
They don't teach that anymore. You're showing your age.
You guys went to school?
I did indeed go to school at one point in time.
Let's see if I can spell that out. S-K-O-O.
Skoo.
Skoo. Devil.
Unfortunately, I think this conversation is F-U-C-K'd.
Yes, Warden, you may need to give up on these ones. They're not very educated.
They are not very educated, are they? That's what makes life interesting.
It does.
You guys are all saying these words and stuff, but hey, my mama said I was special, so at least I'm good somewhere. Just like Bubba here, he's special.
I am beyond elated that you are once again a parent and a role model for another individual on this plane, Darzius.
Maybe if you ask, Bubba will teach you how to read.
Well, I'm not sure if I can telepathically speak with old boy now. Bubba, what's that say that Uth is over there writing in the snow?
Oh God, Bubba's gonna go eat it.
Barton's walked up next to Uthal and he just wrote POO in front of Uthal. Just says Uthal now.
Uthal! Oh, God.
Okay. Everyone ready to load back in?
Wait. Warden, do you have enough strength to help me with the project?
I'm bored out of my mind. What do you have in mind?
I pull out those 2 antlers and I show them to Warden. Looking to make a helmet. I was hoping to use these antlers here.
These are exquisite.
They used to glow. They have a faint glow to them still. But they used to shed bright light.
I wonder if we can recapture this.
I was hoping you would be able to do something about it.
Did they have any kind of properties when they were functional and glowing? That you know of?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they stick me in the gut real good as he hollers out the back.
I bet they did.
They were good for ramming.
Hmm.
I was looking to maybe enhance the glow, as if I was casting spells.
Like a kind of focus.
Yes.
Good, this will give me something to do.
Hold on. As Kelvin takes his talisman as well, could we add my talisman to it as well?
Absolutely.
Showing Warden the talisman, you see a soul, a spiral on fire, and around that 4 swords, and in the top there's runes that stand for protector, soul, and guardian.
Let's work on this right now. Goes down to one knee, making the anvil on either side, extending out metal from his one hand. Hammering out the base of this helmet, affixing antlers on each side, still just glowing faintly. Spins the hammer a couple of times, hands it over to your hands. Finishing touches for that seal. Holding it.
Kelvin's going to focus that ethereal energy that he's always felt when he's casting spells like Wall of Light and Daylight, putting that focus into that helmet at the same time.
That final blow, you can see the energy flow through those antlers. Warden spins it around. Time to give it a test.
This is what I've always wanted. And he takes the helmet, putting it on. Yes.
It looks
I've
good.
always wanted to look like a badass.
It looks good on you. Add a +1 to your AC, and the antlers will glow whenever you cast any kind of spell. Cantrip or regular, you can also control it to where it does not, in case you need to be stealth.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. That was fun.
Hell yeah. That was dope.
Hey, put that on and turn around. Give us a good spin with it.
Kelvin, as the theatric that he is, puts his hands out, spins and bows, and then makes another bow.
Yeah, that's a sick looking helmet, mate.
You guys see those sharp antlers come out as a V, and Kelvin's just going to cast light, an easy cantrip, on a gold coin. And as he casts light onto one of the coins, you see the helmet glow brightly, shedding bright light around. I think this is what I was looking for.
Nicely done. I knew them antlers were gonna come into a cool piece for you.
I'm ready whenever you are. Let's go F up some giants.
Just watch out for ramming me with those. I'm still a little bit sensitive from the last time I saw those coming at me.
I'll do my best. Don't get out of line.
Warden, if I might have a word with you.
Yes, Barton.
The other day, I found an interesting sword among the wreckage of a cart. It seems simple enough, but there's something about it. Like, it has some kind of either magical properties or something else inside of it. You being a little more well-versed in arms and armor crafting and things of the arcane nature, would you mind maybe looking at it for me? Telling me what I might got?
Absolutely.
Barton's gonna take out the second sword on his hip now. It's the Luckblade longsword. Hand it over to the warden.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Let's go.
One could say that it is your lucky day, Barton.
Well, I consider every day I'm still breathing my lucky day, but I do like the sound of it.
This literally puts that phrase into action. I want to caution you, though, that this is of incredibly strong magic.
Good to know.
This sword contains a wish. As he kind of holds it across. I would be very hesitant to let who you let hold this blade. Or they could wish for anything.
Like a literal wish. Like a genie.
Yes.
Boy, strong magic indeed.
I'm glad that you chose to hand this to me. I would be fearful in the hands of man if they knew what it was. As he hands that luck blade back.
Thank you, Warden.
Barton, the time comes when and if you want to use that thing. Be careful how you choose your words.
Well, think on that before I use such a great amount of power. You're right, it seems almost too much for mortal man.
I'm sure that you will know what to do at precisely the right time when it comes. You have always shown good judgment.
Well, don't tell anyone, but I'm guessing the whole time. I just make it up as I go. But maybe that's why I got a sword that is lucky.
Don't tell anyone else. That's the secret.
That it is. That in good company.
This gives you a little Warforged wink. Oh. Also, while you possess this blade, I think you'll see your fortunes change sometimes. At least I hope.
Well, where we're going, I assume we could use a little change of fortune every now and then.
Indeed. Now, what's different about the luck that is on this blade is that it does not take an action to activate. This is very important. Everyone else that has luck as a feat has to use their reaction most of the time if they're giving it to someone or it's on their turn. You can use this to both use it on your turn and as a reaction or give it to someone. It is across the board. And it's an attack roll, ability check, saving throw. And you have to use the new roll.
Badass.
Hell yeah.
Then that one charge comes back the next day.
Very cool.
And just to be clear with everybody else, which will be nice, we have a big homebrew sheet now that will where you'll be able to see this. We've created it for the secondary campaign. If you have luck as the feat, you can give it to someone that you see. You have to see them, but it costs your reaction.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it is, definitely.
You cannot use it against a enemy, but you can aid a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And luck just gives you re-roll, right? But you have to use the second roll.
Yeah, you have to use the second roll.
But we can't use it on a nat 1 though, right? Nat 1s stay
Nope.
nat 1s.
Can't change nat 1s, can't change 20s.
Yep. That's what I thought. Okay.
And a wish spell changing that one.
Oh yeah.
That's a whole lot of use of a wish spell with one roll.
Depends what that one's doing.
Make sure you word that carefully.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna word it just like that. I wished for that nat 1 to be re-rolled into something else other than a nat 1.
Then he gets a 2.
Hey, better than nat 1. I wish for that 1 to be a 20.
No, that would be metagame. You can't use a wish for metagame.
I know. I'm screwed around. I already have my wish. I'm gonna wish that I have an extra cantrip.
He said it. Oh.
I'm not holding the blade. It's on my hip.
Hey, Barton,
Are
can
we-
we see that sword?
And Barton never trips again the rest of the campaign. He wished that he can't trip. God damn it!
There you go.
Diagonally.
Anything
we-
else?
How close are we to the sea moving ice? Did we stop close? Did we stop far away?
Still can't see it. Just a piss
Still can't
break.
see it.
So with Kelvin and his new helmet, Darcy's is actually gonna kind of just nonchalantly come on back over to you. Hey, Kelvin, that's a really nice fancy hat you got there.
Yes.
You remember when you read that note for me? Thank you for what you did, but if you could, and he's gonna pull a scroll out of his pocket. You think you could do that thing again, to where like you figured out with the runes and stuff, where
Of course. And
I'm going to hand you that 5th level spell scroll I've had for like 15 episodes.
I want to say that, like, you unroll this and it's large crayon and it's like a stick figure with its dick out.
what did you draw on this?
It's the Jackie Treehorn, like literally from The Big Lebowski, when the dude runs over to sketch it when he was writing on the pad. That's it right there.
For no reason, but there is the old high school S or middle school, whatever S we had with the line.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
The
For no
dollar
other
sign
reason,
looking
it's just
at.
on there.
Yes. God, I haven't seen that since I looked up at my freaking diploma back at the house.
Yeah.
Classic.
Darzius, were you using this as scratch paper?
I mean, all of you guys are like saying these big words and stuff, and like I wanted to practice and see if what different colors my crayons were before I tasted them, and it's.
There is a half abandoned game of tic-tac-toe on there, but it hasn't ruined the spell scroll.
It only has 2 moves in from each person, but there's a big C on it for Cat's game.
Don't worry about the tic-tac-toe. That was just me challenging myself. You know, I was trying to test my own brains, and you know, kind of like when people play chess against themselves. And yeah, I was like,
I feel like you probably lost.
I don't know, man. I really thought I was about to outsmart myself. It was tough.
Kevin's very surprised.
What is the spell scroll? Kelvin, do you know what it is?
I assume.
What is it?
It's just a 5th level spell scroll.
What spell? You
Oh,
that issue.
I
know
never,
what spell
I
it
never
is.
gave it to
You
you.
never
This
assigned it to
was you role playing it? God, that's even better. God, that's fantastic. Kelvin,
Just too perfect.
dude,
It's a 5th level revived dog. Oh,
please, please do the honors and roll that D10 for me.
5th level learn to read spell.
Good old fashioned
Comprehend
comprehend
spells.
languages, right?
That's just amazing.
That's great.
I feel like D&D Beyond deletes the notes sometimes, because I have a 2nd level spell scroll that I added notes to what it was and they're gone. So I've had that for a while.
Yeah, there's a 3rd level scroll on mine somewhere.
No clue.
It's got a 9th level spell scroll, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Yeah, we know what yours is.
9th level comprehend languages.
You learn shit.
Got a 6.
He has no idea what it says. He really cares.
I still feel like I was just looking through.
I figured that's what he was
Is this
doing when he was
really a
doing that.
5? Why? Oh my god. Is this really happening?
Oh no.
If it is, comprehend language would be funny.
Now, can he use a scroll if he's not a spellcaster?
Anybody can use a scroll
That's awesome.
Oh god.
in my games. If you get a scroll, it's giving the baby the bazooka.
Hell,
Maybe you have to know how to read the instructions.
Even if you can't read good? Yeah.
Can you tell me the words and what to say?
I'm about to.
Fold the scroll up like a paper airplane and throw it at the enemy.
It's a really,
It didn't work.
I'll give you props because that was a really good setup for the RP for finding out what the scroll means. All lined up really well.
I had a
That was
feeling that's what he was
fantastic.
doing. I was like, I don't think he knows what that scroll does.
Every fucking week I've been looking at that. I'm like, I don't even know what spell it is.
Yeah, I got one too. I'm like, I don't know what this does anymore. I swore I
It's
wrote it on the
written in
notes.
rune.
Just went on the runes.
Oh my god. So I accidentally looked on my my 8th level chart and not my 5. And I had drawn power word stun for you, Darcius. And I really debated whether I was literally gonna give you the bazooka or not. Then I pulled it over to what it should be. All right. This is another D100 roll though for the scroll.
Ooh. Let's go.
Hitting how many wishes you get.
71.
71 wishes. I wish for a farm with a bunch of dogs. I wish for a bunch of dog food.
This is a skrill. This is a skrill. This
Green
skrill.
God damn it.
Gwen.
Look at
Down the
this.
rabbit hole.
This great message from Skrillex.
Womp 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 womp.
It is a scroll of protection. Using an action to read the scroll, an invisible barrier extends from you and forms a 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder for 5 minutes. This barrier prevents creatures of a specific type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. You rolled for fiends with that 71. Cylinder moves with you and remains centered on you. However, if you move in such a way that a creature of specific type would be inside the cylinder, the effect ends. The creature can attempt to overcome, but they have to make a DC 15 charisma check. On a success, the creature ceases to be affected by the barrier.
But any other creature is unaffected by it entirely.
It's got to be fiends.
Yep. Nice.
Darcius, I'm not sure this is going to be much help. You have a barrier spell here, but it only affects fiends of the... I don't know. You have to use its words of command. As I hand the scroll back to Darcius, make sure when you want to use this, use the command words, protect. Since I know you probably can't read.
All right, so I just pull out my old game of tic-tac-toe here, and then I'll just say protect, and then hold it up like this. And then it'll yeet all fiends. Fiends, you said? All right. I think I got this.
You'll figure it out.
Oh yeah. I always do, man. I always do. But if not, I got you here. That's why I got you.
I will let you know when in metagame when you're able to use that. I'll give you indications of something when it pops up. Since
Now,
it is
does-
very
fiendish.
specific.
Does anyone else need me to read anything for them today?
Who's got a 3 since I got the table out?
I have a 3. Randas.
You guys go ahead and roll.
Roll a d10.
I'm not doing it for you. You can read.
I don't
finally
read
have time
so
to
good, Mr. Kelvin.
I got a 4.
Got a 4.
Yeah.
What is this? A school for ants?
You said 3rd level, correct?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, nice. This is good. It is a 3rd level aid spell. So your spell bolsters allies. So 4 creatures within range. Each target's hit point maximum is increased by 5. So it's 1 slot above. So hit point maximum goes up by 10. 4 creatures.
Permanent maximum?
8 hours for the maximum.
8
So
hours. Yep.
you can get healed back up to that amount.
Yeah.
That's the good
Safe.
shit.
They're not temps, so they can be rehealed.
Yeah.
I have a level 2 that I have no idea what it does either.
Go ahead, chuck it. Chuck the rock.
It's a D, what, D10?
D10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Number 9.
I find this funny because I also have a spell scroll and I'm the only one who wrote notes about it. And I know exactly what my spell scroll does.
No, I swear I put notes into D&D Beyond on this and they disappeared.
I'm pretty sure mine was one of those.
It
ones
did that
where
with my sword one time too. It took all the stick I had off.
I'm pretty sure mine was one of those ones where we said we'd get back to it later because we were
Yeah.
doing a bunch of other random stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't have this is it takes half the amount of time. This new
It's a
chart.
deep table.
For real, dude, and it's already yielding good shit. Dude, you have blur. Your body becomes a blur and shifting wavering for the duration. Any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. The attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight. So it's got to have blind sight or true sight to get around it. Lasts for a minute. That's good for popping shots.
You got the scroll of John Cena.
Don't DMCA me. If I was ever gonna go down, it was for my Bobby Roode fucking alert. That glorious alert played for a long time. I miss it.
When we spammed it when you were playing Magic.
Glorious for an hour.
I remember when I was trying to go to sleep that night and your stream was up, and I was just all I could hear was that in the background. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You should have tried to play cards to it. It was.
Oh. No, I just went ahead and added to it, and I
Oh
threw a
my
couple
God.
gift subs on it.
Hey, thank God we didn't have the sub log then, Barton. You would have burned your whole house down.
Oh, God.
Anybody else have anything that they need labeled? Did you guys get back inside the wagon?
And this is it's just funny. As soon as Lucas sits down in his seat, Uthel's gonna shake that staff of bird calls and make a squawk when he sits down in the seat.
So I sat on Axis for a minute.
When he gets up and looks around and sits back down, he's gonna shake it again. He's going, "Whack."
I need the caustic Barton. Her bird noises are legendary.
Well, I will use 2 charges on this staff.
He's got the bird call staff.
Oh, that thing is going to make me piss myself.
Knock it.
Feel
Uthal,
that one more time.
Because you've been on edge. Go ahead and roll one more perception check.
Let me check. Before I roll it, I just want to see, because I have a battle maneuver that I think can help me if I roll shitty.
Battle binoculars.
When you make an intelligence, investigation, history, or insight check, I can expend a superiority dice.
Oh,
But
dude,
this is perception, so never mind.
hold on. What was it? What did it say again? If it was,
So it's called tactical assessment.
yeah.
When you make an intelligence, or I'm sorry, an investigation, history, or insight check, I can expend one sup dice and add that dice to the ability check.
Oh, come on. That's what you're trying to do. Give yourself advantage. Yeah.
Does anyone know the guidance cantrip?
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, Barton, what are you looking for? Try looking through these glasses I have. So I have the eyes of the eagle glasses.
Oh, good thing there was advantage.
Oh, shit.
So there's a 18. So same thing.
This time as you peer out, you're able to see the beginning formations of several huts that line up these little hamlets of tiny villages that make up the hardy of the hardy that live this far north next to the sea of moving ice. The first thing that you notice are all of the boats that are lined up. Rows and rows of them. Looks like everything is out of the water. You can see smoke coming from chimneys. But you don't see a single boat over what is a very, very frozen sea of moving ice.
Can I tell what time of day it is?
Cold.
It's cold time of day.
Cold and not as dark as it could be. It's very difficult to tell within the grays, but you know that you've been moving since you got up at first light. It's been roughly half the day. You would guesstimate that you're somewhere in the afternoon.
So, seeing this village, he's gonna pick up and very quickly tell Luca, "Hey, hold up, real quick. We're getting close. Let's roll up our stops here."
Oh.
Hey, you lads, you take a peek out there. You see that? We're coming up to the sea ice here. We got ourselves a fishing village, but by my counts, they should still be out fishing. All them boats have pulled up on shore.
Sensing Uthol's uneasiness, I am going to go ahead and cast Primeval Awareness, which brings your spell slot, sense whether any aberrations, celestial, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile. 6 miles if it's your favorite terrain, which it is, so 6 miles.
Are you feeling anything from that village up over there, Luca?
See me like close my eyes and just like focus.
You don't sense any of those creatures.
Well, I don't sense anything super bad. Not saying there's nothing there, but I mean, there's probably not a dragon.
You have an uneasiness about the sea. You don't know why. Doesn't tick any of the boxes. But there's something that is not right.
That
Can Uthal see? Can he see if the boats are touching the water at all, or if they got fully pulled out of the water?
They're fully pulled out.
Hey, you see that? That's not normal. They should be out fishing, but better yet, even if they came back from fishing, they'd still have that bow or stern still touching the water there. That don't look right.
You're right. It doesn't make any sense to pull the boat entirely out. I mean, I know it's cold, but they're used to that, so you're right. They should be fishing.
Should we get closer?
I have a bad feeling about coming off of that water. I just can't quite explain.
How far away would you say we are from? Because we can obviously see it.
Yeah, you're about a mile out.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, we could go pop up on old Foghorn Leghorn and take a peek-see up from the top. See if we got people running around about at least.
Take me with you.
Probably the safest. We've come this far. It's not like we're going to turn back, but definitely scout it out.
Yeah, get an idea of
advantage on
who all's
anything
in there.
possible.
He's gonna reach for that feather coin in his pocket, take it out and flip it into the air, and you're gonna see Foghorn Leghorn appear. And he's gonna pop back on top with Kelvin, and we're gonna go do a little scouting mission from above enough where like we can still see down, but we should be like somewhat hidden with the snow that's fallen.
Roll that stealth.
Roll the stealth.
Before we leave, I'm going to look at Rand and let him know if he sees a bright light within the sky that they need to come to aid.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
How many people can that thing hold?
It can hold a good bit.
I think 4 is what we said, because it's 1,000 pounds, right?
Yeah. To fly unencumbered, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be like with armor and the shit that you guys got, depending, 3 to 4. 3 of the big boys, 4 if you got some of the lighter ones on.
No, sorry, 500 pounds for max speed, 1,000 at half speed.
Oh, 1,000 at half speed. So yeah, two at normal.
Okay.
And I will not go.
Thick
I'll
boys
go
like
with
me do not
Uruku.
get there.
And as we get onto the rock, going to cast some visibility on Uthul, myself, and the rock.
Let's go.
If you smell what the Kelvin is cooking.
So is that just a regular stealth roll, or do you want an advantage?
You got advantage on that bad boy.
Let's do it. +7. There's 1. Oh,
You have needed the advantage, my friend.
and there's an 18. Loving these 18s.
You fly over the top of that village. You indeed see all of the boats pulled up. Not many people moving about, as it is a bit of a harsh day. But you can see the size of the ice floes are just absolutely gnarly. It would take a rather large icebreaker to make its way out, and these boats are far too small for that. Whether this is the work of the Frostmaiden or something else, you can't tell yet.
Uthal, can you get us lower?
We can't. Oh, that's right. We made us invisible. Yeah, we can get pretty dang low. But not going too crazy. But he's just gonna kind of push down on the neck of the foghorn leghorn that's running beneath them, and they're just gonna kind of cruise down, maybe drop another couple 100 feet.
How high are we?
I would say that we are. I probably took us up. We were a mile away. Probably took us like half a mile into the air. And so now we're gonna come a little less than half a mile down.
Coursing through some serious frozen fog. I want you guys to roll perception checks.
Would you say I'm about 120 from the ground and from the...
He's farther than that right now.
farther than that? All right.
I'd be hesitant to get us that low, too, because that invisibility only, it's gonna be pretty obvious when you see something float through the air and moving snow around it.
True. Disregard this +4 on here. Oh, it didn't add the +4. 16 for myself.
17 for Uthal. Lucky us.
Maybe.
Hope so.
As you guys begin to push out through those ice floes, pushing past the frozen fog, looking down below like statues, you can see them out in the flows. Stoic in nature, slowly moving about. You see these berg walkers. Large, somewhat aquatic, like ice giants that seem to be moving between and completely locking up any kind of travel that might be going in or out. As you fly over the tops and past the front of these berg walkers, where the sea finally starts to open up, in the distance you see an armada of longboats. Frost giants completely have this area locked.
Seeing those longboats, that's going to be an intimidation, or not intimidation, but it's going to look ominous. So Uthal's going to take the rock up higher as soon as we crest past these berg walkers that look crazy.
As we go higher, I'm gonna be like, Uthal, I don't think we should go much further.
I don't think so, lad. I think this is about as far as we's gonna go. These beasties, they look like they mean business. So we're gonna kind of cruise up, start circling back around.
With this information in tow, as you head back to the rest of the group, we're gonna let you guys go grab a new beverage, use the restroom.
Dude, those are some nasty looking tokens.
Call DM the berg walkers, baby.
First, I thought he said the bird walkers.
God,
They don't look like birds.
He used the word armada, chat. Armada.
Yeah, Armada.
He said the A word.
He said the
You,
A word.
But do they got a submarine?
Do they have a submarine? Hey,
Neither do we.
oh,
Oh no!
Oh shit!
you challenged old Gertie. You got old Gertie.
Yep.
Damn, dude.
Say she got your message loud and clear.
I think she did. All right, let me grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Shady is banned.
40, you got chat? I'm gonna go grab my beer.
Go ahead.
That's nutty.
How's chat doing tonight?
Good job with the fly and stealth, man. It's that high level reconnaissance right there.
Gotta help out somehow. Axis isn't with us right now, so I gotta play high support.
Got to step up that magic game.
Yeah.
I think that's why Luca wanted to go. He's probably gonna pass without a trace on you guys.
Yeah, that's what I figured it would have been.
Yeah, and he has a good perception.
For a second there, I thought Cap was gonna walk into Luca's background.
As he came out.
I wanted Luca to come with us because I could have done one more target. I was gonna make us all invisible, but
Yeah, I was. If there was room, I was going to. I actually just wanted to mess around with this cloak. I was totally going to stand upside down on the bottom of the rock with this cool spider cloak.
What's the slow speed on the rock?
Slow speed is it's
120
half
on
distance.
normal, right?
So they talk the token that I'm looking at. So 500 pounds while flying at its maximum speed, which is 16 miles an hour, for a maximum of 144 miles per day, or at 1,000 pounds at half speed.
I mean,
so that would have been
could have went half speed. You're only going a mile.
8 miles an hour. Yeah.
So could have done half speed anyway because there's no combat. Like it really didn't matter how long it took to get there. But if something started chasing you, you might want full speed.
That was the real gamble.
I'm thinking we need to ask Gordon if he can make us some boots that help protect us from cold weather.
Is the rock combat ready?
Negative.
Like the carpet was, or
fire,
no?
just like a carpet.
Okay.
No,
burns just like a carpet.
The rock has the full hit point stat. It just doesn't. Can't fight.
Hey Dev, does Rand have water walking?
No.
Damn. We can't pull Vikings campaign.
I don't think I do. Hold on.
I could levitate someone, but I have to concentrate on them.
I think I. So.
That last sublog, it's freaking hot in here, dude.
Looking on my chicken tender.
Yeah, somehow I don't think these guys are just statues.
These are definitely not statues.
I don't think we're getting off that easy.
He said stoic, but he did say that they were moving.
Yeah, they were like walking from iceberg to iceberg.
Did we ever get that post-apocalypse like spike board ram on the front of the boat that we're trying to install? I can't remember if we got that modification on there.
Well, I think it came with 2 cans of silver spray paint. The kit.
Okay. Yeah. So we're definitely going to use the spray paint and get that high school S on there, right?
No. That's for getting doing on your mouth.
Yeah, you said that I drew it, but it won't show up because the pad is yellow.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Hey Luca, don't forget to mount your laser.
Oh yeah, dude.
Who am I mounting?
You have the mounted laser rifle attachment.
You're gonna mount Slappy.
Now you're gonna mount Slappy and you're gonna ride in up top, fucking 2 laser rifles, 1 in each hand, just yelling while you just pull the triggers.
There we go.
Right on top Slappy.
Got the orange. That works.
There's the S.
Yep.
There it is.
That's it.
Everybody drew on everything.
So here's the question: did you guys turn it into the infinity symbol, or did you leave it as the S?
I turned it into the chain.
Yeah, that's what I used. Yeah,
You
keep
can turn it
making them
into a
like
chain.
forever.
Oh, and just keep chaining them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can just keep going. Yeah.
Yep. I thought that was a nice callback for everybody.
Hell yeah, it was.
Dude. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, dude. So it's making me think. I saw this this video. There's a VR game where it's kind of like the Beat Sabers, where it's like a music based one, except you're doing drums for Vikings on a boat. So like you're doing the beats for the Vikings rowing. Dude, like the video of it looked badass.
That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, like the song, I was like straight Chaldean feelings right there.
How about the Neon Regimes throwback earlier montage?
Yeah, the music.
That was dope.
Felt like I was like in an 80s. Was it? Fuck's his name now? Can't even think of his name now. Lost it.
Easy for you to say.
Steven Seagal movie. Like a Steven Seagal movie back in the 80s.
God, that dude, what a tool.
Under Siege.
What a tool.
Tool.
It was a tool. Just like
Tool.
Let's see if
No,
I
it's
can
a
I
find
only
it.
remember
just like-
Under Siege because it was probably, I was probably like 12 or 13,
I
and the
know
beginning
Under
had the
Siege.
girl popping out of
Oh,
the cake
shit.
with the titties in. Yeah.
playing it. Did he? Oh fuck!
Oh,
I have a card to play. I have a card to play. I have the ability to play this now.
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
I'm glad you did that while Cap didn't have his earbuds in.
Yeah, you don't know now. Man, Hyro, that.
Chat, keep that shit quiet.
He's gonna,
No, it's not
oh
cute.
shit! I
You're
gotta-
not a chat. Keep quiet.
Let me clear chat.
Clear chat. I think that only clears chat for you, buddy.
Yeah.
It only clears chat for you.
Fucking Skittles comes in. Dad, look what these kids are up to.
I don't want to say anything.
Everyone spam chat, so we can't scroll it fast enough.
Yeah, quick, drive it up.
You know he can literally hear you, right? He's got his earbuds in.
He's got the I'm gonna fucking kill these characters grin.
It just gives me the ability to replay that card for myself at some point.
Maybe he's watching the beginning of Under Siege.
Heard Steven Seagal reference.
Nicole Eggert, right? I
No.
think that's who it was. Back in
We've
the
all
day.
played. We've all watched
Noted.
Cap long enough.
He's like,
Noted.
I don't know when I'm going to need this, but hopefully we don't.
So do you guys have weird dreams after playing D&D?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh yeah,
Every time.
you get some good
I
ones.
I pictured you all naked. Like, I mean,
What? Hold up.
Well,
Let me
what's
take
really
my
funny-
my Robo Stars off now.
You mean my character, right?
that was not my dream. No.
So
Because they say you get like crazier dreams when you stop smoking pot or doing pot. I don't do any any substances before these games, so my dreams are always crazy on Saturday nights because my brain is so like wired. I'm not like truly zonked like I regularly am.
This kind of clarity messes my head.
Like taking coffee before going to sleep, but not actually being awake.
I'm definitely drinking coffee because I've been yawning like this whole time.
Yeah, I see your Starbucks can.
Yeah.
What is Starbucks?
Took your mail and a check
Double
for
shot
20 cents now.
mocha.
Isn't Starbucks that one place where like they got all the bowls and the beers and I think there's like a stripper or two or something. It's something about stars and all that shit. I can't remember.
Maybe you
It
should
was
ask
back then in
Hardroll.
Waterdeep.
Hardroll is famous for stars.
Were these Berg Walkers larger than Frost Giants or similar size?
They look
One
bigger.
very large one. The rest of them are around 30, 40 foot.
Still huge.
Yeah, they're still big.
As we land back in, give kind of a report to the group. I think we found why all these boats are pulled all the way in from the water. That bitch Gertie, she's starting to amass her front. Make her D-Day stand on the shore of this sea of moving ice. I feel bad for this little fishing village up over here. I don't.
Are you talking a sea monster? Or
Dang close to a sea monster. They stood literally out of the water. They were walking from iceberg to iceberg. Not quick movement, but movement enough to know they was alive and they were looking.
Slappy's gonna love living here.
She must have got your message, Ruth. Think she's afraid of you.
She's definitely showing her presence of strength, or at least trying to.
Uther, we're gonna have to talk about your choice of women, my friend. You're out here picking them, man. Are we actually gonna be able to release the Slepopotamus face into this water? Or are we about to try to save him from this village? I mean, what's he gonna do? Talk him to death, man? He says a crap ton of words and sighs and things about like midlife crisis and all this crud.
I mean, he definitely could be spicy, but I don't know. It didn't seem like they was looking like they were trying to go fishing or nothing, and their heads were clearly above water. I feel like if he stays low for a while, he should be able to stay pretty well concealed.
After getting this report from Uthal, Rand's gonna walk up to Warden. Hey, Warden. Do you have any knowledge about some boots in there that might help us?
The ones with the fur, sir.
Definitely ones with fur.
Boots with the fur.
Something to help with this cold weather.
I like mine with apple bottom jeans.
They go great
Indeed.
with apple bottle jeans. That is true.
Boots with the fur.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of my metallurgy will be able to help with what you're looking for. I expended a lot of my materia on Kelvin's helmet. It'll be another day or so before I can craft again. What is the desired effect you're looking for?
Something to help resist against cold.
I'm sorry, my friends, I can be no help there.
You at least got those hand warmers we can stick in our pockets.
Bjorn made sure that I made double of them.
That's good. This lot will need them. I know I can look at all their little fingers, and they all get blue every time we go out to battle.
They have about the consistency too, where you got like one pack that snaps and works, the other one leaks out on you. Ah, shit.
Just don't put them in your boots.
What? Does is halfway putting the whole thing into his shoe.
Well, I'll tell you what, lads. I don't think that we want to go take this fight on in the ice. I think.
What if we can get them to us?
I think that's the right move. That iceberg, that seemed like their bread and butter. That was their territory out there. Getting them onto solid ground, that might be a different game changer for them.
If we bring them to solid ground, wouldn't they be? I mean, this town is probably going to get leveled.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Who says they're even going to come? We know nothing.
We don't.
Well, I mean, either way, even if that village doesn't get leveled, I guarantee you, living this far out here, they're not out hunting rabbits and shit. Their main food is the fish, but now they're not going to be getting any. These people are going to be dying. They're going to be starving at least.
Their homes, they are not leveled. They have fires. They have not left.
Yeah.
But they don't have food.
They know more than we do. That's for sure.
Don't bring them
That's
towards
true.
your homes.
These people need our help.
I'll say we stash the cart off, not as obvious, make our way into town, and go see if we can get any more information out of these fisher folk. See what they've encountered. These iceberg walking creatures out there.
And what about Slappy?
He's
We
got
gotta get him into the water.
I believe when Axis cast that, it was 48 hours. So he's going to be coming up on the tail end. Not to mention, you've been in a bathtub for 48 hours before? I don't care if it is Axis's magic. Getting a little briny in there.
We may need to get him to water quick, don't we?
Well, for expediency, what does Slappy want? Does he want to go into the water?
Yeah, want a bigger pond. You know, someplace where he wasn't going to get hunted so easily. You know?
You heard what we set up there, Slappy. You heard what we looked at and saw in the sea of moving ice. What you thinking? You want to go? You think you can stay stealthy underneath all them?
I'm not going in there until you kill whatever those things are. What do you think? You guys are crazy.
Smart move. Smart move.
All right, so we have a time constraint now.
Me? Oh, sure, I'll go be the guinea pig.
Well,
just giving you your options, mate. Just giving you your options.
This time, I will not trade the rednecks that hunted me for whatever the hell those things are.
Good move.
You do realize if we die, you'll die here. How will you get to the water if we're dead?
I'll probably crawl over your dead body. If I had to guess, I got a long neck. I could pull myself.
All right, have it your way.
I've survived for thousands of years. I think I'll be all right.
It's your choice.
What'd you do?
I'm okay with it.
Come up with fire 60 years ago?
I mean, I remember you whining about an arrow getting shot in your back in the other pond, so...
Yeah, it's kind of a bitch when you're hunted.
All right.
See how you like it.
We'll try to take care of them.
Have a bunch of rednecks come over there and fuck with you while you sleep all the time.
Well, you think you're gonna be able to hold up here and wait for us to see what we can do with this lot?
Let me look at my list of choices. I really don't see why I have any options here. I'm sorry. I'm cutting in for the long haul, but I'd rather you not toss me out like the old goldfish that you want to flush down the latrine. If you could at least give me a chance. I mean, it's open water out there, but I don't want to be bug monster food either.
I don't know, Slappy, you ever tried talking to them? So you can just talk their ears right off.
That lot didn't look like there was much for listening.
Exactly, they're all big, dumb, and slow.
All right.
So you can just scurry right through.
So what do you think we should do?
I say we go pop over to that village and see what they've gathered from their village fishings. See what intel they might have.
Maybe someone there can tell us what exactly they are and what they want.
Oh, I think we know what they want. But if they at least could let us know their movements, what they've been doing on a regular, give us some insight.
And
Go
are we
ahead.
going to move? Or are we going to sit here and suck snot?
Who wants to go to the village, and who wants to go take them straight on?
I feel like we should get more information as well.
Let's be quick about it.
Tired of running into things and shit hitting the fan.
To the village then. So, I do think we should be, a little. What did it seem like the vision of those bergwalkers? Could we tell kind of how far away they were from the fishing village? Were they like right up close to it?
They're pretty damn close.
We may not have time. If we go to the village, they may attack before we get there.
Direction they were going in?
You guys got as much information as you're going to get with a flyover.
Swoop through.
They seem to be headed towards the shore.
Yeah. Well,
I think you were right on point with stashing the cart, and let's go try to figure out what we can get from these people.
that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna park the cart away from the town and walk in towards the village to not draw as much attention as possible from the creatures walking in. See if anybody is up and about and moving in the village.
Okay, so just to make this clear, you're going to abandon the cart in a wide open space.
Hey, Slappy, watch the cart.
Before we do, I will cast hallucinatory terrain.
Isn't that just a lovely plane? All right. Hallucinor, the hardest spell to say ever.
Yeah, that one.
Hallucinor.
It's not.
Hallucinatory is what happens when you eat some mushrooms.
You cast Appaloosa.
Fuck.
Illusionary terrain.
Nice.
This is what you cast the last time you had to leave your cart, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the old beer cart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. From the mead.
Mm-hmm.
When we went to check out the thugs.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that mead sounded really good right now.
All right. What is your spell save DC?
Let's see. $19.
19. What do you want it to look like?
Taco Bell.
Snowy hillside.
Large snowberg. Got it. You guys make your final preparations. Of course, I'll just hold the fort down over here. All by myself.
You got Warden to keep you company.
I mean, we offered to put you in the water. What's the other options?
You know what, Luca? I think I liked you better when you didn't speak. I think I really did. There was still like this air of respect then. I hope you hit something today.
I mean, would you rather I stay back and keep you company and talk to you all day? Because we can
I can only win at tic-tac-toe so many times before I grow bored.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty damn good. Like, I've stumped myself before. You want to see? Here, I'll show you. Look at this game that I played.
Oh, no, I think it's that time again. Someone's gonna have to change my water. Oh.
Oh, if you want to change the water, we got you could see those old boys over there will do it. And you can just be in a whole new thing of water.
Gonna use my point of rogue and just sneak away from him.
I appreciate it. Fine. Warden. I never even know if you're in the room or not. Guys, gather your things. Leaving, looking back behind, it appears just like a mound in the snow. Y'all begin the long trudge through the deep snow. Are you guys stealthing on your way up?
It's probably a smart move.
Dope.
You see, as typical, Luca motions his hand, and the snow whirls up around everyone and just coats them in kind of a snow camouflage with pass without a trace. There we go. Been a while.
Everybody's got that plus 10 to stealth. This is a pass-fail.
Oh, well, shit, in that case, I'm gonna... No, never mind. Oh.
35.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. 2 successes from Rand. That'll drop your lowest, making it a success. Looking good. 34.
I think me and Darzius rolled at the same time.
Yeah.
I got that one, and I still rolled just as high as Darzius.
Yes. Me and Darzius rolled at the same time, so he got a 27.
Yeah.
And I got a 34.
Well, shit.
Nat 1 negates the nat 20.
Yeah, me and him negate each other.
Get on there with that plus 26, boy.
Oh no! Oh no! Uh-oh.
How about a nat 1 becomes a 20? Look at that.
Oh,
Back to back. Yeah, my nat one became a 27.
So we're at 2 fails right now, right?
oh crap. No, they're doubled up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not
So right now we have 3. It is 3 failures.
4 success or 3 failures. Yeah.
3 failures, and then 1, 2. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3 and 3.
All right,
back
Bjorn.
to back nat ones. What bullshit.
What you got for us?
Oh,
3 and 3. There's 7 of us, isn't
Yeah,
there?
there's 7 of us.
I rolled a 20.
it's the it's
Not a nat 20.
it's the problem that there's 2 1s and there's 1 20.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's like that.
All right.
And you don't have the edge, the extra 1. Oh man, the
No
pressure is
Bjorn.
on.
Just
On Bjorn.
You
Plus
must not eat
19.
any of that chili, right?
like a leaf in the wind, mate. Like a leaf
As you
in
see
the
me
wind.
focusing extra hard on keeping this snowstorm cover up.
You're not-
Plus 19. I could have rolled any other number.
Same. If I would have rolled a 3, I would have had a 30.
do not be the weakest link. Trust yourself, Bjorn. You need to
Please
keep
tell me
up
you
with these
didn't-
young pups. I cast guidance on myself. Because I'm
Oh,
worried.
so you have guidance. Someone does have
literally-
guidance.
I have guidance. I always put guidance on my
That's a great
on my
cantrip for
character.
Attic.
I honestly didn't think we would need it, but I have guidance as well.
I'm concentrating so hard on the spell, you can see me like shaking.
I got a plus 3, so this is a plus 13.
Let's go.
Let's just let's just get
Rip that
let's get
Band-Aid
a
off.
number.
Let's rip that band.
Let's get-
Come on,
A
baby.
number.
If it's a 1, I'm shutting.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
Oh god, that was way too close. Way too close.
I can't believe that we made a pass without a trace roll at level 12. Actually interesting.
It almost
Yeah, right?
yeah,
Like-
exactly.
People are rolling with plus 15s and we're failing this shit.
Yeah, it's like literally a 2 when you're golden.
All for you,
got a
chat.
1.
All for you.
Let's go.
That was rough.
Oh man, put me in the Kamal Harris position there, boys.
Hey,
I mean, at least
I tried to help us.
Yeah, for real.
At least we figured out who ate the last of that chili back in Bremen.
Only in a group this large can one person roll a 20 and you not auto succeed a pass fail stealth too.
Yeah.
They followed up that 20 with 2 nat 1s back
Rare.
to back, I think.
That's some odds right there.
It's a roll 20 update, I swear.
As I grasp the hilt of that Lux sword a little tighter.
Oh yeah, you did have you had a veil out there just in case.
But you said it can't do a nat 1, right?
No, I can't do it now. One. I can't do it now.
Yeah,
One.
because when Ardro rolled the 1, I was like, oh, I guess I'm burning this. I'm like, oh, I can't. And then I roll a nat 1, and I was like, oh wait, I can't do that.
As we forge forward, undetected, you guys are able to get up on the side of an old wood pile next to one of the houses. You can see smoke coming from that chimney. The row of vessels all lined up across. You can even hear the crack of that ice forming in the distance. As you guys are huddled next to this building, you were faced with your choice.
I don't think we have much time.
I don't think it don't sound like we got any time at all.
Maybe we should get these people out of here.
I think that's the safest bet. Tell them to at least just get on and go.
Why aren't these people panicking in the first place? You think with some of these monstrosities out there and they know they're there, why aren't they just screaming and running? That's what I've always seen.
True, I would lean towards they don't see them, but obviously they see them because they brought their boats out. They know they're here, I would think.
Uthel's gonna take a peek around the side to see if he can see how close the berg walkers are to making shore step.
I mean, you already know, like they're in earshot. You can hear them.
I say we raise hell. Tell this tandem to get scrammed and going. Let those giants focus on us.
If there's anyone still there. Either way, we do need to tell these people to get up and get.
Yeah. Gotta get moving. This shit's happening now.
Uthel's gonna open up the door that is at the fishing village, the first shack that we got to. Open up the door and take a look inside, see if anybody's in there.
It is locked. As you rattle it, trying to open it. Go away! Go!
I mean you no harm there. But you got some berg walkers right on your doorstep. If you don't leave now, I don't think you're gonna stay in this town. You're gonna get squashed right in this shack that you in.
I don't know who you are. Get away from my door.
I'll leave right now. No qualms. I'm just telling you what we saw, what we's getting ready to face. Giving you a fair warning to get out now.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. And a persuasion.
Tell him we're the Blue Sky Boy.
It's the Blue Sky Boys.
So this has no modifier. And it is clearly a 6. Very clearly a 6.
Yeah. Didn't knock. You just tried to go in. There's.
Is there like a larger, like what's the largest looking building? A lot, like is there almost like a town hall looking type?
A lot of similar sized. Looks like this is a collection of residential around a fishing village.
So there's not one that's bigger than the rest.
Not that stands out from you. They're all very, very similar.
I don't think they're gonna evacuate.
Doesn't sound like it.
Rand will try to make a perception check to see if he can start to see them. See the giants coming in, and then he'll try to move to put himself in between them and the village.
I'm gonna
Can't
I'm gonna
see
kick
them
in
yet.
old boy's door.
Can I hear basically which way they're coming from so I can try to get in between them?
They're headed.
I won't be you.
I mean,
I just want to make sure that I'm between them and the village. I'm just ready.
there's the shoreline, and there's where you hear them. That's what you're looking out towards.
So that's where I'm standing.
Darzius,
try to draw
athletics
them
check
away.
on the door.
As Darzius is breaking down the door, Kelvin's gonna look at Uthul and say, I'm gonna try to draw them away. Whatever you guys do, don't come to me. Kelvin's going to get on his magic carpet and head down the coast.
$21 for athletics on the door.
21. You will be able to bust open that door. Kelvin, I'm getting your carpet for you right now.
They don't have any fire.
What's the speed on your carpet, Kelvin?
It's pretty quick.
He's got the sports car version carpet.
Yeah, I got the.
It's like the one seater, but really fast.
It's that new Lambo rug.
It's 40. It's 40 feet.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
I don't know
80
if you,
feet.
just like
80
my
feet.
dragon form.
Yeah, it's 80
I'm
feet.
not gonna let you go alone. Help you.
No, don't.
It's only a
Listen.
one seater.
I have polymorph.
Oh.
I just said my piece.
And then
I mean,
peaced out.
do what you want, but
Darzius. Kicks open that door.
How many people are inside?
Just shrieks from the family that is huddled back over in the corner. Two small kids. A wife wrapped in warm clothing. Another individual, middle-aged, long beard, scraggly hair, looking out the one window that's forcing the sea. What the hell is your problem? Pulls his axe back out of the table.
My problem is you need to listen up right now. We're trying to save you and your village. If you want to figure out what you're talking about, come here.
You don't know
Take a look
shit.
outside. I don't know what.
You don't know shit. What do you
Have
think
you
you're
not seen what's
saving?
out there?
Did you
Have you
just
seen what's
roll
out
up?
there?
Gonna go for an excursion? Well, guess what? It's closed. Dipshit.
I'm not gonna stand around and watch another village full of people get ransacked and ruined. Not in my lifetime, not again. If we can save you guys, we're gonna take care of this problem. We don't want anything to happen to these people.
Man. What'd you do? Not pay him? You're not from around here, are you?
Well, no, but I mean,
Get the fuck out of my house. Now.
oh,
Now! So he's gonna pull that axe up and he's gonna start walking back towards the door. Leave my house now!
Darcy's is dumbfounded. Like, what?
He's gonna roll to attack.
Oh shit!
I mean, you saw that.
Oh, fuck.
14.
14 will not hit. Darcy's gonna like jump back and dodge the swipe.
Get out of my house now! Pulls out his axe. Come on, get!
Follow me damn self. As I'm gonna go out and try to help you.
He's gonna
Slam his
swing
door.
again.
Oh,
Get out! No! Fuck off! I'm gonna catch his axe.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. $17.
17, you will succeed. As the wife reaches underneath the bed and tries to sling out a bear trap towards your way.
Oh god!
As it slides across the floor,
Help these fuckers.
clean down on the
Evacuate.
axe that's missed and connected down into the floor. Get the hell out of here, I said! Go on!
Look, I'm out. I just, whatever's left of the door, I'm just gonna slam it. Be like, well, fine. All I want to do is try to just help you guys. You bunch of shit. All right, guys. I think these guys have whatever this is handled. Oh God. I feel like there's something we do not know.
You busted into a dude's house.
I'm trying to save his goddamn. Oh,
Darcy gets killed by a
Busted
house.
into
I'm
a
gonna grab that dude
dude's
by the
house.
ears.
that's why I didn't break down the door.
Yeah. Try to do that in Texas and see what happens.
Exactly that.
I'm all
Try to
down.
do that in most places and
Most
see what
places.
happens.
I mean, I live in Florida. It's
Well, I
the
was-
same way. Do that in Florida. Watch what happens.
I
Someone
wanted to
come and
grab.
kick down my door, you're gonna have a hell of a lot of problems. dude.
Well, I mean, like,
pull my axe out of my kitchen
I
table.
literally wanted to grapple him. I was about to grapple him and take him outside and show him the berg walkers.
He was,
Try to-
you saw him, he was watching out the window. This has all happened just then. You guys have heard the rumblings. You've seen Darzius now literally get thrown out of the house as he's left and slammed the door.
But no, he at least has now looked, right? And he sees.
The crack of that ice. You can just start to see large figures as they loom.
Just lucky they didn't have firearms in that house.
A bear,
what I thought I was
bear
thinking.
trap would have been pretty nasty though.
Yeah.
That's
like, what
I'm
happened?
thinking that Dexter. I was like, did she pull out a shotgun?
Barton's got to use his wish spell to bring Darzius back after he got killed by a housewife with like a frying pan.
If that's the way
Just
you
make
went
it-
down, it would have been fitting.
Just make it Spirit Darzi, and I'll come back, and it'll just be the Spirit duo.
We're just
I feel
keeping
like
your
we just
dog.
need to go meet him at the shore.
Just keep the dog.
They're not gonna listen to us.
That's one house out of 6 buildings, by the way.
You should totally try the other 5.
Move with haste, Kelvin. Move with haste.
I'm not kicking the doors in, but we can at least give it a shot. I'll say the person to each building, we all just start banging, tell them to get the hell out. I'm out of
Darzius!
ideas.
Darzius! Let someone with tact kick these doors open. They don't know any different between you and what may be coming. Don't be a fool. You are becoming the aggressor. You aren't saving anyone from anything.
I'm sorry. I've just
You have good
I've seen
intentions.
too many villages like this.
I understand.
Word of advice. You can't help them if you become a victim.
They're wise words. All right. Let's get to helping these people. I'm not watching another village go down.
All right. Kelvin, on the carpet.
Going as far as I can away down this coast.
Are you going parallel with the coastline? Or are you going out?
Yeah, parallel with the coastline, like this way.
Uh-huh. What are we looking for?
So, I don't know how close I am to the village anymore, but at least 80 feet is how much I can go in like one turn, right? So, with the carpet, I'm going to cast daylight up in the air. Oh wait, does daylight have to be something I touch? Well, I'm on my carpet, so.
I mean, there's snow there, so you're good. So you're gonna cast daylight.
Up on my carpet, casting daylight on my helmet, making this bright beacon for these boggers to see.
This beacon shines through the gray, wintry night. Beacon up.
So I guess I'm moving my token over that way.
Yes. Other folks that are not involved with the first building.
The terrain in front of us on the Sea of Moving Ice is all walkable terrain? No, not all walkable.
Not all walkable.
No.
Just those bergs that you can see.
Oh, guys, they're getting closer.
Owen did his distraction. He's drawing them that way. Let's get ready to pounce.
Martin's gonna stand up now. He had been taking a knee while Darzius was kicking indoors. And he had his luck blade just planted down in the snow, and he was just talking to no one, it seems. And he's going to stand up and sheathe that blade real quick. He's going to walk up next to Rand, just put his hand on his shoulder, look over at him. Boy, Rand, I just had a little chat with Bahamut. As usual, he doesn't talk much, but you know our duty here. There's good and evil. That's evil coming in off the coast right now. And it's our duty to stand between it. You with me, brother?
I'm with you. Someone still needs to try to get these people out, but let's try not to break down any doors. Let's try knocking on a door and talking to people. And if they get too close, we'll make a call to bring everybody over here so we can fight.
Boy, I think they might be too close already.
Well, we still need to try.
Bjorn, can you get the people out of here?
I can make no promises.
While we hold them off.
I will see if they will answer their doors. It's the most that we can do.
Maybe if there's a way we can create a loud noise, draw the attention of the people that live here. Maybe they'll at least look out and see this coming. Leave.
Bjorn is going to go to one of the other cottages and knock on the door.
Uthal, can your fancy staff make like a siren call?
Yeah, it can make a noise. I don't know if that's going to be much help right now. We got our distraction over there to the right.
Guys, Kelvin is making a distraction to try to give us as much time as possible to get everyone out.
Excuse me! Excuse me, whoever is there! My name is Bjorn. I've come with a party from the south. We've come here to charter the Sea of Moving Ice. We see imminent danger. We seek shelter. Do not see what is going on. +1.
Still have your guidance on you. Because you didn't use it earlier.
Ooh. 17. Right as that song ended, my humidifier over here went.
Boy, it seems the sea is moving in on us.
It's
The water's
literally
coming.
here. What kind of saints do you have? Door cracks open by just a chain. Coming up here without any correspondence. In times like these, you're crazy. She unhatches part of that latch after she sees Bjorn, who is a northerner. I'm sorry to intrude. We are just very confused on what is going on and why no one is leaving. We've made a deal. That's why. We made a deal. What kind of deal? What are we supposed to do? We're gonna die out here to these things. What is... This ain't a fishing village no more. We're closed. It'd be best to turn back now. Go on. Go on with you. Go on, get what you still can. I'm so confused. Go. Move now. Move your ass. She shuts the door.
Looks like we just gotta meet him head on.
Hey, Bjorn, did you have any luck with that house? These guys are just kind of rude.
Something is... There's been some sort of deal brokered. They told us to run. I do not understand, but they are not leaving.
They made their bed. Let them sleep in it.
The only way we're gonna save them is to defeat these monsters.
But if they have a deal, we
We're
might
about to
break
fuck
it.
it up. Yeah.
We're not part of that deal.
Undeterred by the light,
fuck.
You see these massive creatures stop up at the edge. They have stopped completely carving ice on this map. But back behind them, it is frozen solid out there. Just waiting across these bergs that are still close. You can see there is still equipment out in the water. There are no boats, but there are still docks and functional pieces. You see these giants stop completely and just stare.
You said they left a trail behind them of no ice? Like they were breaking ice on their way in?
As they came in, they're essentially freezing outside of this bay. But on the immediate where they are at right now, where there's still equipment and some pieces out in the water, it is not. It is just still those large bergs.
I'm building a bridge, lads. They're freezing this lake to let Gertie's army run free onto these lands. Maybe if we stop them here, we can at least put a little hold on this movement.
Seeing that these things are not aggressing towards me, dismissing daylight, and moving back towards the group.
I'll do whatever you guys want to do, but I don't want to break their agreement and then have them pay the price when we leave.
Kelvin,
Yes, sir.
where your beacon of bright light shines, you hear out in the distance, back behind you, not towards the sea of moving ice. As you hear frost giant horns back behind you. Then echoing back out from the sea of moving ice, equal and matching horns.
Shite. I think this is their meeting place. This is where their two tribes are coming to meet.
I think he is right. I think this is a bridge.
So you're trying to say we're gonna get 2 rocks with 1 stone? Wait.
We're gonna get
Is that how it
smashed
goes?
by 2 rocks is what it's more like it.
I feel like more we're gonna get hit from 2 sides. Take it from both ends.
Bergwalkers standing resolute.
Well, lads,
I feel like we
might be the
should.
spot.
Any suggestions, guys?
I think this is truly the spot. This is where it all comes down to. I mean, there's gonna be hopefully a battle after this, but this does not feel good. This does not feel right. I feel like we've stepped into quite the mess. We leave, and they're here. They've got the upper hand. We at least are catching them before they meet.
What do you... We don't even know why they're here.
Bjorn's gonna run back to that door.
What if we go in the house? See what happens.
Well, I don't suggest this one down here on the end. They're
Bjorn,
not the most homey.
Barton.
You mean the lady with the bear trap under the bed?
Oh shit!
Barton, you're
saw
with
that.
me?
Yes.
I'm sorry to disturb you again, but you can hear the horns. We are surrounded. We have nowhere to go. We do not know what is happening. At least tell us what is going on, so we may know what we are going to die from. Help us.
We need to know what's going on here. We're trying to help you if you need it, but we don't know the baseline of what's going on. If you could just fill us in, please.
Let's go.
Go.
Let's go. Go ahead and roll yours, Barton.
Perception?
Persuasion.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not perception. That wouldn't make any sense.
Wasn't sure if that was a good or a bad roll. I know that's a bad roll. See,
That's back to
I
back
specifically
ones,
came
dude.
over here for a reason too, because I have an ability.
how about
that
that
have not
bullshit
used
luck
yet.
blade?
But I don't think
It's-
I can use it either.
And she
You
stares
can
out
on
that
that
door and sees a non-northerner.
Can I use the draconic
No.
discipline?
No.
No.
You come in here. Now. Get away from me. She opens
Lady.
up that door. Bjorn goes, stop. Just let me get the information that I need, Barton. I'll be back as quick as I can.
Step away.
And Bjorn steps into that door. And it shuts.
Darzius.
Whatever we
Darzius.
have to decide. We can't fight on two fronts.
You can finally see in a silhouette back to the south large mammoths as you have seen before. Mammoth riders from the southern mountains coming this way.
Can I still mount Bubba? Is
Negative.
he? Fuck. Okay. Eldis, we need to get that cart back over here, even though it's still just in that illusionary.
The cart is actually away from where they're coming from.
Oh, it's off to the side.
Yeah, it's on the opposite. It's on the opposite side.
Oh,
It is
okay.
not. There isn't a pathway between them where your shit's gonna get steamrolled.
All right.
We do need to.
They are definitely heading towards the light.
That was there. The light is no longer there, right? But they're heading to where it was.
Yes.
Right.
Now is the cart in that path?
No.
I mean, guys, though.
Uthal finally seeing the Berg walkers get close and seeing Bjorn go into the shack. He's gonna find at least some spot of cover to take a good look at these Berg walkers and use Know Your Enemy. Takes a minute to look at the enemy and see some statistics about it. I think we got a minute to stare off at them. Now that I can see them.
They're big.
Uthal, what does your mind say about its power level?
You can tell that they definitely have enough magical quality to not just use a frost breath, but to manipulate that with their own hands. They seem to have no trouble with navigating through water either. Possible regeneration. Strong constitution. The masks that they're wearing, you have never seen before. What do you guys do as you seem to be getting closed off on either side? Bjorn still inside the house.
Guys, we need to come up with a plan here. We're going to be surrounded soon, and that is probably worst case scenario.
Has Kelvin made his way back this shorter time?
Kelvin would be back now.
Well, with the information that you were giving me before as I was saying that I was going to go back, Kelvin's going to focus on the Rotted Pack Keeper and gain a spell charge back.
Got it.
And, yeah, as he does this, he's going to make his way back relatively quickly to the group, letting them know that he thinks he's just effed up and that the giants are coming to where he just casted a big light spell.
Big bear! Big bear! Big bear!
I tried to bring one thing to us and we got another.
We're going to be surrounded.
Should we hide and ambush them?
At this point, I'm also going to get off the magic carpet and be with the group.
Where are we gonna hide?
As you can see their eyes track you as you move.
Wait, the Bergs or the
Bergs.
Giant
Berg walkers. Not only that, you can see
They obviously know we're here.
2 sets of eyes are set inside those masks.
Yeah, thought so.
What?
Oh, they already know we're here, lads.
There's no way we're taking both sides of this at once.
We're gonna have to.
We ain't taking those Bergs on their soil in the water. Soil in the water. So we're waiting. Best ambush we got is getting this Frost Giant group out as they come up to where Kelvin was.
I mean, I don't know how much time we have, but we could try. We're gonna have to take them down fast if we expect to turn around and then take the other direction.
Okay.
Just hoping that Bjorn's gonna pop back up here in a minute.
Here's how I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna make it a persuasion challenge with Bjorn to try to get you information as quick as he can. This is gonna be staggered. going to be 14, 16, 18.
What you gonna do to us, Dice?
He gets a slight bump because he is a northerner. That is why it's not 16, 18, 20.
Nice.
Man, I wish you wouldn't have rolled that 1, man. I could use that.
Don't rub it into him.
I
It's
wish
still
you could
sitting
use
up
it.
there.
Bjorn has inspo, right?
Bjorn, I got shit.
Oh,
Perfect
fuck.
use it too.
I got a +1 and I'm on an island.
Could
It's
he
fine.
use
He's gonna roll 20. Don't worry, guys.
it? Shh, God damn it.
Question: Can I as close to that door as possible and use my divine channel on Bjorn?
Nope.
Okay.
Hands on
Bjorn,
island.
understanding the position that they are in, and knowing that he needs to be as convincing as possible, he casts enhance ability on himself. Eagle Splendor. Advantage on my charisma checks.
Oh.
If he can use it, he does have a D6 inspo.
Yeah, if I got a inspo from you guys, I will take it.
Yep.
Oh shit, nervous. Excuse me, nervous sneeze.
Dude, I totally did that while ago. I don't know if you saw it, but I barely get my mute off before I just like walk.
I was just gonna say, did he he hit mute perfect on that? Because I did not hear the sneeze.
I got
but
the
heard
button.
Everything else. Yeah.
Got the button just in time. Okay. I have a +1. You guys staring back at this cottage. First roll. 14.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Checking to see if I can get a 20 and bump across. No. Okay. Second roll. Still staring back. Oh, come on, Bjorn. Come on, Bjorn. Okay. 12. Here comes the inspo.
D6.
You're
I need 4 better.
Come on.
14, 15, 16, right?
14, 16, 18.
14, 16, 18.
I
Yep.
probably can't give you my wheel, can I?
If your guys are within 30 feet, yes, you can.
Oh yeah. The same thing
Okay,
Axis does.
It's another D6.
Get that too. Get
Oh,
that
but
two
you-
more, baby. It's
Alright.
because
Alright.
it's the same thing that Axis does with his
but you
his
don't
bend
know
of luck.
what's going on
Yeah.
for the roll.
Right.
You don't know Bjorn's struggling.
Well,
So here's how this is gonna go. Door pops back open. This isn't enough! You need to tell me more! What is happening? You're sentencing us to our own deaths out here! This is your opportunity, Rand.
I'm
And Ardril.
probably gonna have to use my hero point to do it because this says I have to do it on myself.
Okay,
So do
then
you
we're
do
gonna
it?
skip. We're gonna skip over you, and we'll go to Ardril's wheel. As you can tell that he is having trouble.
Bjorn, we need these answers. May the stars give us the answers we need.
I'm knocked back to the beginning, but I have that piece.
I feel like this is important enough that I could probably
Oh.
I should use my hero point.
I forgot. No, I can. I'm sorry. I can use that. I can use. So ignore this roll. Ignore this roll. I get a D6, correct?
Mhm.
What
And
was
it's
I
gonna add
on?
to
Was I
14?
Okay, so I have
Yeah,
14.
14.
Okay, I need a 2 or higher. Come on, baby. Come on.
Please. I saw the one flirt.
Yeah, so I saw that one. I was like, no.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh god.
What are they trying to do?
As Bjorn asks this question, Kelvin, with the door still open, he's going to use Detect Thoughts.
Oh no.
Does that not work like that? I don't know how it works.
Roll your spellcasting ability.
Did you just kill us all?
I don't know how that works. I thought
Oh, they're gonna know you're reading their thoughts.
it's a saving throw.
Yeah. Roll your spellcasting ability as you were met in the middle.
Okay,
Oh,
we could use that. Oh no, wait, that's
No.
That's
bad.
not for
No.
that's against us.
I thought that was your roll.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
did I.
I
Get
noticed it was red after.
out of my head now. Leave, all of you.
Shit.
You deserve
that
to
was-
die out here.
Shit.
As that village shaman closes the door.
Oh shit!
Son of a.
That
We did
20
get-
roll. I would have got a 20 on it too. That's brutal.
Oh, that's brutal. Hey,
So we did get 2/3 of the information though, right?
No.
Shit.
She didn't have a chance.
shit.
I got her to pause. I didn't get the information out. Kelvin went and reached to try to get what he could get when he saw her.
Damn.
That cut us off. They've made some kind of deal with them, and we're about to be in the middle of all of it. I don't. Whatever they've done, they trade with the giants now. That's why all the boats are pulled to the side. It's I don't think. I get the sense that this isn't much more than about you, though.
It is. This is quite a bit bigger.
I say we pull back to the cart and let the cards fall where they fall.
Speaking of cards,
I feel like we should meet the frost giants head on.
Well, they know we're here. I don't think there's
Berg.
much getting away from this.
pretty sure they see us.
We need to move.
If we go back to the
You see lightning crash through thunder snow, illuminating one massive vessel. As Uthal, you see the outline of Gertie herself in the distance.
He is here. You see her? You see that? That bitch is here now. I ain't running for nothing.
Shit.
I told her I was coming for her. Looks like she saved me the trip.
Bjorn's gonna roll a history check. He has advantage since this is his area. Shit.
he's got double advantage.
Guidance?
He does have guidance? I think that's only
I don't have guidance on me. Yeah.
Dice are not liking us tonight.
I don't understand, but it is. We're at the convergence of something very important. We have to make a decision. Otherwise, we may become slaves.
I ain't slaving her, I tell you that. And I ain't gonna let her leave now that I know exactly where she is.
I'll stand beside you, Uthal.
I don't think now's the time to fight.
I think we need to wait for our odds to be a little bit more in our favor.
That's gonna be a hard sell on Uthal.
Roll a perception check.
For Uthal?
24.
You can see all of the Berg Walkers' eyes begin to glow blue as they focus towards the rest of the group. Who speaks giant?
I do.
I do as well.
My queen.
Oh, goodness.
We have spotted interlopers from the south. That Berg Walker in the middle steps forward. We meet again, Dick Breath.
Oh god.
Oh, I thought that ugly mug looked familiar.
It's Dick Breath.
What are you here to do? You're just doing your queen's dirty work, making her pathway so she can just march on along and enslave this whole world for what? More snow? Is that what you need? You just need more snow?
You'd love this to be about you, wouldn't you? She couldn't care less.
I don't need it to be about me. I know what I'm fighting for, and I know what I'm looking to get from her. I'd quite like it if she just plain forgot about me. Makes my axe slice through her neck that much easier.
You will never get close. But I'm sure the tribes to the south will find good use for slaves to help them cross. Grimskull will be ours, and so will the rest of the north.
Is that what you think? You think your tribe of frost giants from the south can finish us off and take us as slaves? I'd like to see them, Troy.
You look back. About 50 of them back there.
Yet.
Oh, shit.
Why I said we need to move away.
Bless.
You and the rest of that despicable, wretched Frostmaiden's filth will not stand in our way of what is ours.
At this point, Randall speak up because he heard him talking bad about the Frostmaiden. We do not fight for the Frostmaiden. We fight against the Frostmaiden. We actually seek her out to destroy her.
I don't care what you stand for.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage.
Can I now use my channel divinity and give me a +5 to that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Rand, if you're a praying man, I reckon you should start praying.
Oh!
When he was there, wasn't it?
27?
God, it was there.
24.
You're small, weak. Barry can handle 3 of us. You stand no chance against her or her army. We will take back what is ours, and you will be subjugated like the rest of the North.
I may not stand a chance. My friends may not stand a chance. But that won't stop us from trying to defeat her. We've traveled far, seen what she's done to the land, and to the animals and the people. Something has to change. She must be destroyed.
You will make good. Feed for our livestock as we cross. You will certainly do your part.
Has Gertie gotten any closer?
Gertie's off in the distance.
Yeah, it's still a good chunk away.
Yeah. And not headed towards here. Definitely sailing parallel to the shoreline.
Hey, Dick Breath. What, if you don't mind me asking, what's to become of these people of this here village?
Try calling me that one more time and see what happens.
Calling you what? All I'm asking about is the people in this village.
Persuasion with disadvantage.
Shit. What's that? Do I say it? What's one poop? Ugh. Here comes the Darcy's nat 20.
Uthal,
Aye, mate.
perhaps now is not the time for your quest. To continue onward, the odds are not in our favor here.
But I see her. I see her right there.
You see her and you see us. Do you want us all dead for your chance at vengeance? Is that the kind of man you are? We stood behind you. We stood beside you. It's time for you to do the same for us.
He's gonna
A
grip.
strong moment, friend, but
He's gonna grip that axe tighter, and really look like it's like it's going for a swig.
did you want to earn the honor behind carrying that shield?
It's been years. Never found her. Never even heard her name. And now I can see her.
Open your eyes, I can see 50 more coming from behind, and 3 giant behemoths in front of us, and God knows how many more she's got on her ships. You gotta use that brain of yours sometimes too.
I hate to see this opportunity slip through me hands.
You gotta look at it from the other side too, mate. Stop letting your anger blind you to the truth. You're gonna sacrifice us all here for nothing.
I can't see more of ye. Frozen like I saw my brother.
You're just gonna see our bodies rendered to cattle feed. Is that what you want?
Nay. It is not.
You know we got your back, but this is not the smart play.
I do know ye have my back. I do. This just may not be the time. He'll take that big frost giant axe and slap it on his back. Clink. I guess we're just gonna have to watch from the sidelines on this one.
As you guys look back behind, an entire tribe from the south
Welcome.
as the Berg extend their pleasantries.
Welcome, hand you back gifts.
About 20 of those giants dismount from their mammoths.
I thought we weren't allowed to raid the villages. This is a pleasant surprise. Are these dissenters ours? Indeed, they are.
As everything comes to a standstill as you guys hear this.
Ukthar, throw them up into the cages.
One of those large mammoths comes lumbering forward.
Large
rope ladders are rolled down.
Get in.
Surrounded by 20 frost giants in full battle regalia. One mammoth loaded with a prison cage attached to its back. What do you guys do?
I don't think we have a choice here.
Uthal got talked down off the cliff, so he's ready to go docile.
I don't like the feeling of this. But I agree, Barton. We do not have the upper hand. In fact, they have the upper hand. Wherever they take us, it's not going to be pretty. But we'll all be there together.
Aye. That is true. We will have to rely on each other and see where the winds of fate take us.
So without making any muss nor fuss, start climbing the rope ladder into the cage.
I'll follow him.
Follow suit.
So does Ram.
Guess this is the way. And I'll follow.
Same.
Archel does the same.
As you guys make this long climb back up the woolly mammoth. You do so without the pressure of a weapon at your back.
You make a better slave. Glad you'll live longer than your brother.
Gonna take a lot to not get a reaction out of Uthal for that, but he does. He full body tenses up.
The whole train stops.
and just, I mean, he's gonna have a flashback, right, of youth bullshitting, doing just dumb stuff, and he's gonna specifically have a flashback to the moment of when his brother left and the last conversation they had about why his brother was leaving and what he was leaving for. And the hug that he feels that he gave his brother in that moment, he feels that hug while he's on the ladder, feels that same embrace, feels that same bond, that same connection. And as you visually see Uthal tense up on the ladder and begin to slowly relax, the next hand goes up the rung and continues on without a word spoken back.
Deep sigh of relief from Bjorn back behind. Uthal, you making it to the top first, helping everyone else back into this cage. You can see there's a handful of other people huddled up in the back, wrapped and bundled as tight as they can be. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all just gonna die. We're all gonna die. I just want to have my bones ground. I just don't want to have my bones ground. I just don't want them to chew on me. I just don't want them to chew on me.
Hey, if they was gonna kill you, they'd already have done it.
You don't know! I've ate plenty of us before! You just knew you know. This whole thing was full. This whole cage was full before you got here. You didn't have to push your way to the back of the cage. You could stay right up there by the front.
Hey, now, easy.
Shut the fuck up and get away from me.
No, hear me out. We got you. We're here now. The others before, the other ones who have been eaten, they weren't as strong as you are. You're here now because you're strong and you got this. We're not gonna let anything happen to you.
We're gonna die, just like the rest of us. You're just delusional.
So be it.
Hope hasn't been crushed from you yet. So you'll probably do something stupid and get us all punished for it.
Probably. But if anything, I'm gonna take it for you. Just calm down, all right?
We're all gonna die here. We're all gonna die here. At least they have a few more people in front to eat before they get to me.
But once the last of us has made it into the cage, Uthal will get up to the bars, and that very classic moment of hands on the irons, head sticking through just one of the slats. So, you got us in your cage, just like you wanted. Now where's you taking us?
Shut up, slave. Speak when you're spoken to.
Large door closes. Massive timber, one that would support an entire house beam, comes across. Locking you all in place. Looking out, you see the bergs. Beginning to create that bridge to connect with the next large chunk of frozen land back behind them. Horns from across the sea. And the horns and the hunting party that are with you now. Begin to descend over that ice floe. Staring out now as prisoners. You begin to see your cart and the mound that was there dissipate in the distance as those small buildings begin to look tiny. As you descend out across the sea of moving ice. That is where we will end
God.
this week.
Yep.
Well, at least we got a free ride.
One more hour.
Oh man, that was rough, dude.
So real quick, can I ask you why Detect Thoughts does that? Because it says that it only does the roll when I try to probe deeper into the thoughts. The way it's supposed to work, based on the wording of the spell, was just you get the initial flash of thoughts and you don't do anything until you try to probe deeper.
It's invasive magic. I rule it when you peer into somebody's head. If they're a magic user, they have a chance to respond back. I do the same thing for players when they're trying to get into their minds. It's because she's a shaman. If it's an everyday citizen, you're going to get every piece that you need before they even know that you've gotten inside their head. She was a village leader. That was the problem.
Okay, I just didn't know the ruling on that because I read the spell and I was just like, I thought, that's why I asked. I was like, I didn't know that it did that.
It happens.
So, yeah.
How many of those prisoners are in that cage with us?
There's about 5.
How big is the
Okay.
cage?
To have all of us in them?
Across the back of this mammoth, this platform, probably like a 20 by 20.
20 by 20.
Damn.
Okay.
Cap, I sent you a DM if you could check it whenever.
And so, just to be clear, we specifically went in with no muss, no fuss. So we have all of our gear on us as we went into this.
Yeah, you got all your gear.
Oh, yeah.
You pretty much got most of the information that you would have gotten out of the lady.
Yeah.
Even when you detected the thoughts, like you can tell, like they're going back, they're taking Castle Grimskull. That is where the Frostmaiden has been. You have known that piece of information. It would have changed probably hiding.
Yeah.
So just another avenue made for great story.
And it's a free ride. Honestly, this is. I don't know how the hell we are going to get
going where
across
we need to go, so I mean.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell we're going to get across with one boat at this point.
I guess Slappy's gonna crawl by his neck.
I know, poor Slappy.
I know, Axis
wording-
actually
wording-
turned and a
Slappy.
gust of wind him right
I mean, I told Slappy this was gonna happen.
You did tell him.
Guys,
He's
you
with.
gotta think from an engineer standpoint. That pool, he's gonna break the pool, right? The water's gonna run down toward the ocean and make an ice slide. Flappy's gonna.
He's with
Like a
Warden.
penguin.
He's with Warden. So you're actually
Yeah, Warden will probably just drive the cart to the fucking water.
Yeah, like
Let's just back it up.
and they're not moving. I can tell you right now
Well,
that
not
there's,
right now.
Can you imagine being in that? Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! They're going this way.
That
Jurassic
first
Park
horn blast.
moment.
Yeah, that first horn blast, you're like, whoa.
But you probably saved them, Kelvin, with your light,
Why?
your beacon, because they went towards it.
Instead of like being aware of what they were going past. Yeah.
They were in a large line, side by side, and they all shifted, kind of in a flying V, towards your light. Then.
And their focus was now on this light, not on whatever they were walking past as they were making their way.
Yeah, they didn't
towards it.
engage with us. They didn't
Right.
engage with, our, they didn't, like, they could have just bowled over our cart and didn't know it.
I thought we were fucked when I did that. I was like, man, now that there's people behind us.
This is quickly turning into a don't start combat challenge. And I'm like, Uthul is not gonna let us win. I was like, I'm gonna have to roll perception against them or some shit, or persuasion. I mean, hopefully I get better.
It was just a fun RP thing at that point.
Oh no, you're playing your character, dude.
I knew you guys were gonna be like, why won't you let me save you? Like, because this whole encounter was like, dude, they've already brokered the deal.
Right.
So I'm like, oh man, they're gonna be.
When you did the door, Darcy, it sounds like
yeah.
we're gonna love us.
I had a feeling when I was talking to him. I'm like, fuck, dude. I was like, I know there's something that we don't know.
Yeah.
Like as I'm talking to this guy.
Doctor, someone in the background of your house just kicked in your door. Do you want to talk nice to him?
Yeah, hold on. Let me offer him a chaw.
Yeah. Sit on down, partner. Let me tell you what's been going on around here.
Man, eat some nicotine. Here, come on. Here, fucking just crack a beer. Let's go, buddy. Let's talk this out.
That's how you get shot in Texas.
Bro, I get shot in Alaska too.
Yeah, Cap, I wanted to help Bjorn out, and I have this ability I've never used where I could basically re-roll persuasion checks due to my presence of dragons. And I was like, all right, let me go help him. Nope, I threw a nat one. I was like,
I thought I was helping with detect thoughts because it was only supposed to be the surface thoughts, and I thought he still was going to make the roll, and as it was happening, like if it didn't go through, I would still get the initial thoughts of so.
It's something that hasn't come up within my homebrew, and it just kind of went down,
Well, I know now, like how it works in your game. So.
Well, yeah, using magic on anyone tends to kind of have a lot of repercussions.
It just happened to be the village shaman, man.
That spell is very long and lengthy, so like,
I know exactly what it does, and you read it.
It's an issue where it's not his fault. I hate that it broke that way because it's something that we, it's unless you have the conversation ahead of time, like you see it a lot of times when Mudcat uses spells like that where we haven't talked about it before. I'm like, hey, this is how it interacts, inside my game. And then she just rolled the 20, shit just happened.
So we the only thing what really would have changed is
I don't know.
A potential to hide. It was
right.
Your big parts there were gather more information so you could make a better decision. Right. Places to hide and wait out. Ability to possibly ambush.
Right.
And move along. If you act really, really quick, maybe you take out the 3 giants that are there before the horde comes in, and then you try to, if you get the right people on the, if you get right people on the inside, some of them that don't want to go that way, like there's all those possibilities. All of a sudden you get help. That's how the giant horde then gets thinned. So like there was the potential to kill everything there. There was also the potential to get captured, the potential to hide. Those were all choices that were on the table. But getting help from the villagers was screwed once the door got kicked in. Once that happened, that avenue was done.
so that part, like what I was thinking is Darzius, he in his past, he's seen a good number of villages actually get raided and destroyed, like in a warrior to even his own and losing a lot of his friends and family, that's where Bremen being there again, even after leaving all of that and still seeing yet another village get destroyed. And now here's one that we get to before, and I want to try to get these people the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic Darzius. He's big dumb. He's gotta I gotta save you without any of the knowledge of he looks like the aggressor. You know, he thinks he's busted into a war-torn zone, and he's the only person who did more damage. You know, Frost Giants didn't kick open their doors, only he did.
True.
That is kind of fucked up now that you say it out loud. Like Darcius did more than the Giants did. That's
I mean, like, these guys paid for the protection and the rights, and you kicked his door down, you know, screaming that because you got to think about the dynamics within the village. There's probably several people that were like, no, fuck this, we're not gonna let this happen. He's thinking it's one of those crazies that's going to lead him and his family to their death. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
so even if I would have grabbed him and dragged him outside and just showed him the bergs, he would have been like, I fucking know, you stupid idiot.
They were there. He was looking
out the window. He's watching them.
That's why I was like, you're not picking up that like they know this is happening. They're clearly not like terrified. There's got to be more to it. And you're just like, no, I gotta save you. I gotta save you.
Look, what did you look at it?
Don't worry.
Me and Chris Farley in Black Sheep when he's trying to put the groceries in the old lady in her car and she just doesn't want it help.
Save my horse.
Right up there. I'll never forget when Radio drowned a dude trying to save him. Wife ended up getting an axe to the back and he drowned the dude. It was like, oh, get away from me.
Dude, I thought we were gonna have to fight this dude too, because I'm like, if he hits Darzius, like, is
Oh,
Darzius
yeah. You gonna kill him in front of his wife and kids? Oh,
no,
man.
I would have raged and used my tail. I would have been like, swipe.
To open up that bear trap. I don't know. If somebody bear traps me, traps me, I don't know. They're pretty well on the table. That's some intense pain there. I'm gonna forget that those kids are there real quick. Where that thing sinks into the bone.
At least it didn't go that way.
At least that one didn't hit me. I would have taken the axe. No, that bear trap. That was the.
I don't wish that kind of shit against my worst enemy. Getting caught in one of those game traps. Oh, no way.
These things are killer.
Yeah, I was thinking early on, like when they were just standing out there, I'm like, we should just go out and attack them, just kill these three things, go out there and do that. But then you started trying to get information, so I'm like, dude, we got it.
Well,
and then there was once the horn came out and there was more coming from the other side, I'm like, we should probably just walk away and hide behind us. No bag somewhere.
And there was no way to move between those icebergs. Like, what were you gonna do? Like try to jump between?
Yeah, you have to jump.
Yeah.
If you fight them out there, you have to.
I can fly, so.
Well,
You ever played Frog?
I can fly too. So.
Yeah.
Got something that can fly. Nice.
I feel like Uthal would have been right out there just running and jumping and swinging his axe with this hateful grin on his face.
Yeah, and what is old Dick Breath been turned into?
Yeah, that was cool. I like that. I think that's a cool piece of story there that we get to explore later.
DB's some sort of creature, there was some sort of hive communication going on as well.
Yep.
It's got to be the mask. Something to do with that mask that they put on him.
So
Did you say there were two sets of eyes in the mask?
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, the two up top and then two kind of right below it on the bottom.
It's actually, I think it's his mouth, but it looks like two eyes.
That's what I thought it was, his mouth. Huh.
No, it's two eyes.
Yeah.
Second set of eyes sounds cooler.
Dude,
But
that's crazy.
So, he's talking a lot of game while he's got the mask on, but I bet that he got his his shit pushed in when he showed back up.
Well, he probably got turned into this as a punishment.
Of his, not of his own
He's
choice.
now a bridge builder instead of a warrior.
Right, exactly. So much for Valhalla, as you're just, making bridges.
Who knows what state he even got back there? He crash landed. What bones were even left in his body?
Yeah.
And to walk back, walk his ass back.
A true
dead dragon.
walk of shame.
There's some potential fun RP if we get that mask off of him.
Dude,
I
want
want.
what the hell's behind it.
Trust me, I wanted to go for a bonus hour, but here's the problem.
It's gonna take longer than an hour.
It is, and it's gonna be.
We'll get 2 turns out of it before an hour.
Yeah.
It is going to be something else.
Well, that
it's gonna be
there's a lot more RP still.
Yeah,
There's more
like
than
I
an
don't
hour's
want
worth
you.
of RP.
I don't want you to short yourself on a really fun moment where it's like you don't. In a lot of campaigns, you don't get force captured. Like it's a different dynamic, and I want you guys to have that to its full extent instead of taking the next 45 minutes to try to
cram something together. Yeah,
to sneak trap and the dudes in the cage are going to be total assholes about it to begin with. They were my mechanic to be like, he's leaving, he's getting out. Because they're the survivors right now.
Yep.
I take it that they're frightened right now, right?
They're madness. It's beyond frightened.
Yeah.
It's beyond I mean, if you're to believe what he said, he's seen people chewed up and ate in front of him. And if he is true, he has literally pushed people, dug, clawed his way to get to the back of the cage to not have that fate. So like this dude is way messed up if what he's saying is true.
I just love natural Darcy as he did the door kick and threatened that family to try to help them, and then as soon as he gets in the cage, like this guy's like,
let me
shake
some sense
buddy.
into you.
Let me save you.
It's like, God, let me save somebody today.
This is you were in the radio position where you were gonna get effed in this encounter by that if you played your character straight. Like everybody else had already sold out. Nobody was. These are small fishing villages up here. They can't form that kind of defense, and they haven't been able to eat well. They have to go miles out now to try to be able to catch. Just like that's why the bear trap isn't even out, because the bears are so far out they don't even need it. All those little pieces add up.
The druid's taken all the damn animals now of anything that was close enough. We just murdered them all back there. That's where all the food's at.
Offer him some Yeti tenderloin.
If y'all are hungry, you just go a few miles back that way. You're gonna find a big pile of meat. It's probably frozen.
Trust me, I think it was like the first episode I've tried this. I made this Yeti stew, right?
Oh, and by the way, they were asking. There's nothing wrote about this. The last thing that was canon was the spaceship, which never supposed to get where we took it. Like
that is the last piece that was canon too.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Tower Sunblight is, but like we went and we made Sunblight so much cooler than what it is.
Yeah, we derailed that.
Oh, that was dope.
Made it super cool.
Yeah, we did.
Like the tower exists in canon.
And like it's all about like trying to destroy Bryn Shander, but like Bryn Shander was full of a bunch of assholes. You know what? Maybe it deserved to be called. Like they're over there sacrificing a bunch of people anyway. They still fucking think that they're coming out of the good, the good end of this because they're killing people. Like, how depressing is that?
Part. We killed Tim last week on the stone altar.
Yeah,
We're
the good guys here.
Dude, when you were talking about the giants were coming up from the south and they had a prison cage, for a split second there, I was afraid we were going to find Trollbane and Trollbane inside there.
When he started doing the guy that was talking to you in the cage, I'm like, is that Jonathan?
Dude, I
Don't
thought
give
one of those.
ideas.
You're welcome.
Hey, but real though, Hyro, appreciate that. That was fun back and forth on the shoreline.
Dude, I was psyched that you didn't just like go right with it from the get go too. Like we had a few little back and forth. It was really
really good,
like,
guys.
It was tense.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh man, he's giving me hell. I'm gonna have to like really dig, like pull at these heartstrings or some shit.
That was very fun. Appreciated that.
You don't gotta
10
thank
hit
me, man.
points.
That's the game.
10 hit points will stay till next round, right? We're not doing any rest,
They stay until you long rest.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you,
what were? I screwed that one up. I long rested after I put the 10 hit points on there. What do we
10.
have?
We have 11.
10,
11. Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
12 plus my charisma, which is
I'm
a
sorry.
-1.
I was thinking about that aid. You haven't even used that spell scroll yet.
Alright.
So
Oh yeah, no,
what
I
did-
haven't used my aid. So
Yeah.
What's the temp then?
He did an inspiring
11.
leader earlier
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
dropped that thing.
Nice.
11. All right.
That was my
Yeah.
inspiring leader for the Cheers for Axis.
Dude, I rolled three
Yeah. That was
nat
good.
ones back to back to back. By the way, those are my rolls today. Three nat
that was-
ones.
I knew it was 2.
Oh.
You got 3.
You got Hiram'd, bro.
Oh
Dude, I was
my
getting
gosh.
Bro, that
I'm
knocked
trying-
my character into a whole different campaign. You're lucky you're still here.
Gosh, dude,
Only roll I
3
did.
ones back to back to back.
Turned him
I did
into a
one.
real used car salesman.
That was funny though. His coat. I got watches. You want watches?
My one hitter that's melted down into a crystal.
Your little baddie box. Just make sure you tap it out each time. I swear to God, this is not a. That's a post conversation. Never mind.
You're like,
That's
I'm,
not for
you're like, I'm about 15 minutes away from that story.
Sorry, chat.
I had one roll tonight and it was a nat 1.
No.
Oh,
Didn't matter how many I got. It just I'm like, if I roll again and I get another one, I'm gonna like have to log out and log back in. There's something broken.
Shit's broke.
it was
Appreciate the
still,
fun session, guys.
it was great interactions, man. It was fun seeing you go run to one door. Ah! It was like Three Stooges, run to the next door. Ah!
You guys are goofballs, I'll tell you what.
But you didn't foobar yourself, and I that is a growth moment there, because I have seen many of them go, you know what, YOLO, and be like, oh,
I'm just
man,
gonna kick the door in and fuck them all.
like, they're
The only thing I'm seeing is I see the map you have and there's 3 enemies and I'm like, okay, we've fought big enemies before. These are obviously like we're getting stronger, so he's throwing stronger shit at us. But it's 3. We could probably take this. But then as it just kept going, you're like, oh, there's a bunch of giants coming behind you.
There's 50 back
What you
there.
said, yeah, there's 50 of them. I said,
There's
he's
50.
basically saying if you try to fight now, you're gonna die because there's no way.
See now.
you had to
20.
put like, if you did, like, so if you chose to fight there, right, here's the into my mind, if you guys choose to fight, I'm not trying to sentence you to your death. What's going to happen is you're going to push out into the bergs.
Right.
This is why this distinct separation between making the bridge immediately. So, okay, here's some space.
Yeah.
So if you guys choose to fight, I can get you an arena where you have some distance. Now, maybe you're taking some arrows or some other shit, but you're not imminent doom. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
You're out here in a very uncomfortable position, but you guys can get through an encounter over here. Maybe you guys run and like ambush. Like there's all these scenarios where it's like, okay, this whole thing just gets pulled off and I'm making a new map of you guys trying to ambush this other group coming in while they're trying to make the land bridge. Maybe you
Right.
successfully negotiate with the locals and that's what ends up going down. Like it's all depends on what you guys do at that point. I'm willing to try to move around and accommodate where your decisions and where your roles end up.
I mean, I'm happy
okay
where
with
we're
the
at.
free ride.
Yeah, I'm happy with where we're at.
It was a great story, dude, and it's progressing. So
My main thing is that we got to be slaves with our gear. That was my main thing. Is I knew that if there was any more muss and fuss, that we were gonna get our gear stripped, and that.
well, I
that's
saw your
not
face
the-
when he said with not having weapons at your back, and I saw
No,
your face.
that's
and I was
what I
like,
said.
Yeah.
he's reading it wrong right now. He's like, wait, I don't have my axe on my back.
That's he said that, and I was like,
I saw it. I read your face when you were like, shh. And then you were like, wait, he means like you're not pushing. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Don't bring it up.
Collecting
Exactly,
weapons.
and I was quiet.
When they have that many giants, they don't care what toothpicks you have. Like,
right.
what do you? Yeah, like for them, they're like, what do you want to? What are you gonna do, little man?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
they're at their numbers and they don't have any respect for you. They don't know where you come from, you know,
Which
like
is a great spot to be in.
Yeah, like I a lot of times that like you get luck of the draw because people think you're just another peasant piece of trash that's got some gear on you, you know, like
just a pleb. Just a pleb crawling up the ladder. Just a pleb.
Maybe old Gertie's gonna be like, give me nine slaves out of your bin and put them in my personal quarters, so I can eat them for a snack when I wake up in the middle of the night.
Right.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna be a big deal. Like Uzo's like, they are gathering for me, and the group is to get here. And it's like, oh fuck! I just walked into the giant convention. It's got nothing.
Oh,
I got my badge. It's like more access.
We just happened to stumble into the annual giant dick measuring contest that they have on the shores of the flowing ice.
So I am confused a little bit. Are they on the side of the Frostmaiden? Do we not really know?
No, they're going to take their home. They're going to
That-
take their ancestral home back. The Frostmaiden is in Castle Grimskull.
That's okay.
That's why I tried to RP the talking shit about the Frostmaiden and us trying to attack her.
Let him
kill her, but
up.
For whatever reason,
my shit went out the door.
I got
Yeah,
lost.
they were the hive-mindy guys, so it was going to be very, very difficult for them. Would have been interesting that conversation with your high rolls with the tribe back behind you, but how do you get into that conversation at walking up and trying to get to someone there?
Yeah.
But I mean, you did get it extended. You were able to get information because of your good rolls, like extend it out and get pieces. I wanted to give you value for still rolling high when it was gonna be a very untenable situation of like, let me join your ranks, you know.
I just want to go there and just let us go and go fuck her up.
I know that we have one guy on our team. Doesn't like you very much, but can we join?
May we pass? May we pass?
And a little bit of insurance on my side to make sure that's difficult is adding in the frost giant that you guys fucked up. Yep. Putting him in a line to where he's like, oh yes, not only are you not going to pass go, I'm gonna make sure that you get your just deserve, like the total, even though there's not much of it even there and left, like it's definitely a hive mind and a different creature, it still wants to see the worst happen to you possible.
Damn, you should have killed that bastard, Uthal. Now he just wants revenge on you.
As you're talking more shit to him as he's going in the cage, Cap, I'm like, is Uthal going to be able to bite his? He's just going to turn around and start swinging.
Oh, I had to poke the bear once before he got in there.
Please don't do it.
I figured my easy out was give you a little bit of story RP for that. That was my easy out for RoBear was not to make me roll a check on that.
Get in the cage, pussy.
He's such an NPC.
That and Darzius, he's like, call me Dick Breath one more time. I was like,
Yeah,
please don't do it.
If I did, would that have started a whole battle?
Darzius,
I killed you, man.
nah, I probably would have ice cubed you. I wouldn't have fought the whole group. I would have probably just ice cubed you.
I was gonna say that's Captain Dick Breath to you.
Yeah. Darzius 3 for 3 with his persuasions.
I wanted to call him Private Dick Breath and be like, we have Captain Dick Breath over here, you dumb bitch.
Thanks for hanging out with us, chat. Appreciate it.
That was super fun. Yeah. Screw the Super Bowl, man. I want to fucking play. I know, dude, because I already have the next, like, I'm already done. Like, I've had to create this whole scenario. So, like, I'm ahead for once. I'm like, I want them to go. I want them to go. I want to see where this goes. I want to show them where this goes.
I could pick a battle with my wife and we could have a fight tomorrow. we could do something tomorrow.
Oh, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves.